Welcome to Saturday Night Special, the show that's like that weird itch you get after that one night stand at the bar. We have a great show for you guys tonight, so stick around, have fun. We got an interview, we've got movie wars, we've got worst and ugliest covers of the week, we've got news, we've got so much. Stick around, hang out, and we also have a giveaway today, but it's not Marco's money.
Aw, womp womp.
Womp. That's right. So hopefully soon, Chris Tex should be hopping in, and we will be able to start our Samurai Doge interview, which will be a lot of fun. But until then, there's nothing like being fashionably late. We love it. So why don't we start some news?
Oh, you want to get into the news while we're waiting for him?
Yeah, let's start with a news story. Or we can talk about Ish and how he is a international smuggler of ketchup chips.
Yes.
Don't talk to cops, Ish.
So
don't mention the ketchup chips. We also smuggled in hundreds of Wonder Bar candy bars.
Oh man.
Which are forbidden and illicit in these United States of America. But in the Great White North, they just fall off trees. So we gathered them and we smuggled them across the border.
You just pick the ones that are ripest off the tree and
yes. No, I'm not kidding you guys. The Canada's candy bar game is very strong, as is their potato chip game. That's all I can say. It's very, very strong.
Hey, I'm going to be on my best behavior tonight, BK. We want this show to be a safe place for people to come when we interview them. I don't want to make anybody mad.
Speaking of.
Oh, just in time. Here we go.
There he is.
Hey, hello, Chris.
Let's unmute.
Hello, my friends. How are you?
Hello.
I'm fine, and you?
We're doing great.
I'm sure you're busy getting all them samurai doggy issues together so that we get to read them, right?
Yeah. Thank you so much for this.
It's a great comic and it's a fun read. Like it's awesome. How could we not want to talk to you about it?
Nice. Yeah. Let's go.
Let's do
it.
What was your inspiration for making Samurai Doggy? You just wanted to make it just a kick-ass comic, or did you have a dream and you wake up and you're like, I see it. I see Samurai Doggy.
Yeah, it's kind of that. That first 10 pages of the comic book, it's actually a real dream. I actually dream of this, and I wake up and I talk to Santos, the one who is writing the drawing,
the artist,
the artist, and he said, "Yeah, let's go. Let's make this. Let's make come true."
It's such a cool concept. I get a lot of like nostalgia for Samurai Jack when I read it. Have you ever seen Samurai Jack? You familiar with that?
Yeah, I love Samurai Jack.
Yeah, that kind of cyberpunk mixed with samurai motif is so cool.
Yeah, one of our inspiration is Cowboy Bebop. Like the animation, and well, there's a lot of inspiration, because I grew up watching 90s animes, here in Brazil, because we have one channel here that they brought a lot of animes like Akira, like Yu Yu Hakusho, like Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that. And so I really want to make a in this word, like a dystopian word with samurai dog, you know.
See, Lord BK says Blade of the Immortal, Blade Runner, Star Wars, Samurai 7 equals Samurai Doggy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say when I read the issue, I got very much Cowboy Bebop meets like Samurai Champloo feels for it. So I was definitely digging it.
Yeah, I'm so happy that you guys read and like, because you know, because I'm from Osasco. It's a small city here in São Paulo in Brazil. And when you see guys like you, like saying, I read, I like, and so for me, it's very it's a real dream, you know, because it's one of my ideas and things and reach to the people abroad around the world, you know. It's very nice.
I mean, everybody in our chat loves Samurai Doggy as well. That's all we're, and we do a comic review on our show every week, and we've reviewed the first two issues. And I remember Matt messaging me prior, like the day of the show, and he's like, "Dude, I found this book. You need to read it before we go on tonight." And he told me what it was called, and I was like, "Okay." And I was reading it, and I was like, "Yes, yes." I was hooked as soon as the bird came in after the dog was shot. The bird came in. I was hooked, and I was like, "Where is this gonna go?" So it was great. Like, are you getting a lot of? I take it you're getting a lot of good feedback for it, and people are loving it. So it's got to feel good.
Yeah. Oh man, thank you so much. You know, the next issue it's coming out. So if you want some action, this issue comes to a lot of action scenes because we want to. I always want like this, like building up and payback, building up and payback. So in Samurai Die, you're gonna see a lot of this. So we have this mood stuff like what's going on, and blah, something happened, and again, what's going on, punch, punch, you know, because this structure of narrative is one of things that I like of animes because the action scene is real good, you know, like they dedicates a lot of action scenes. So in Samurai Dog, we want to make like when you read, it's kind of you watch an animation too, you know. That's our idea.
I think it's coming across just great. It's working.
Nice.
And like Matt said, if there's anybody in the chat, oh, here BK says, what kind of soundtrack do you have in your mind when you're writing this story?
Oh, that's good. That's good. The question. I when I thought of Samurai Dog, there are two kind of moods that in my mind. One is lo-fi, you know, like this kind of lo-fi thing. With and me and Santos really want to make some short animations of Samurai Dog and put it on YouTube and put that lo-fi like 1 hour of lo-fi and the repeated animation of Samurai Dog doing something. You know, we really want to do that. So one of things is lo-fi, and the other thing is it's kind of rap, you know, like underground rap, like from because Samurai Doggy and the Vulture, like his friend Ray, they are two characters of like the real is the underdog, you know. They come from the base, they come from this kind of thing, and I think rap it's something that's building these two, you know, like come to to the base, you know.
So when you came up with the idea, that page where it says Samurai Doggy, and he's got the Band-Aid on and his eye, and he's sitting there with his gun and everything, like, when you were talking to Santos about that, were you like, this is what I think he needs to look like? Did you give him a rough sketch, or did you just say, this is my vision, make it come to life?
Well, that's really good. It started off both things, because since then I make a storyboard, because in Brazil I'm film director too. I make like short films, and one of my short film is Nausicaa or Wind Princess. You can search on the internet. It's called Wind Princess. It's a homage from Hayao Miyazaki. Hayao Miyazaki is the director from Chihiro, Totoro, and I'm working 10 years of a short film. It's inspiration. It's a homage for him. But it's very hard to finish because there is a lot of post production. And Santos and I became with he made my storyboards, like in film and something like that. So we have this process to work together. So when you create, we say, oh, let's go with this way. Let's make this. Let's put his eye or something like that. So it's not like give to you and do everything. It's not like that. It's
No,
very,
you guys are used to working to each other, so you guys know how to make it come to life now, because you guys are used to each other now.
Yes, that's it.
So, Chris, I had a question when I was reading the second issue, in the final panel where Samurai Doggy has drawn his blade and everyone's kind of getting sliced. There's like a sound effect on the panel. It looks like a Chinese character mixed with hieroglyphics. What is that character? What is that supposed to mean?
That's also that you look such close to things. You talk about the second issue, right? The final issue, yeah. We always want to make these sounds of animes too, right? In comic, like ping and slash and things like that, So because we don't have the movements in comic book, so we think the movement it's the onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia. Yeah.
Yes, onomatopoeia. So I really want to make these things too. So it's very nice that word to you. Like when you see him draw his word, you see the movement. No? Yes. That's very nice.
Okay, so that's the sound effect from him drawing his sword and slicing all those guys.
Yeah. Now I get it. It's like graphics,
graffiti.
Yeah, graffiti. So we really want to make this graffiti and stuff. It's like in translation, it's like fresh. It's like something like that. The sound. I don't know the mean, but it's kind of a crash, something like that. There's a lot of in graffiti.
Yeah, it's a really cool image. I love that idea of him drawing the blade, and before it looks like he's even moved, everyone's cut. Yeah. And you don't even get to see like motion lines. He's just got a sword just kind of drawn and everyone's cut.
Yeah, that's a true anime influence though. That screams anime to me. Like he doesn't even draw. You don't even see him draw it, and he's already there's
like
already
resheathing it.
Yeah.
But you also, because of that glyph or the graffiti sound effect, it's kind of like they don't even know what happened to them, right?
Yeah.
Their brain's still trying to unscramble what just happened.
Yeah,
at least that's the sense it gave me.
The original idea, it's the guy shoots him and he draw his word, and the bullets taking the blades and these bullets.
Oh, I see. So it's like shrapnel. He's sliced the bullets, and it's hitting the guys. Okay.
yes, it's kind of this. It's this the mood of the scene.
So we got another question from BK says, do you have an ending for the series already in mind, or is it still open and you haven't got that far yet?
I have an ending, but my dream is to make like 20, like 10 seasons of Samurai Dog. This first season is gonna be 7 issues because here in Brazil we make Samurai Dog, and one issue is like 200 pages. So we separate these 200 pages in 7 issues. So this is the first season. So I really want to make like 10 seasons of 200 pages. But I just write 3 seasons. And so the 4th season, 5th season, I make a summary, but I didn't write, I'm not write the rest of the story.
So then you've already got several issues written and out in Brazil, and they're just being released in America through Aftershock now, or they're still in the works?
They release in Aftershock as the same time we release him. Now
Okay.
we begin to sell in Brazil right now, but in Brazil we are independent. That's our agreement with Aftershock. Like you have the word, and we have in Brazil independent, so we don't have a publisher here in Brazil. So
Well, good for you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
So
because
we can order from Brazil. We can order the whole 200
Portuguese?
pages.
yeah, you can, but only with me. You have to buy directly. You don't have the publisher.
Hey, if you buy it directly from you, there's no middleman.
Yeah, but it's in Portuguese. I don't know if you guys gonna understand. So, but you can read the images. I don't know.
We'll go to the churrascaria, and then we'll be able to speak Portuguese just fine.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
So
Yeah,
Hartman in our chat asks, sorry, Matt.
Oh, go ahead.
Is Santos a digital artist or is he an ink and pen artist?
He made in digital. He made in digital the thing, but it's kind of like a paper, because he drawing the tablet, like so in digital tablet. So it's very awesome. He's
That is
a true artist. I'm just the guy of ideas. He's the true artist.
Yeah, his art really tells your story, and it really embraces your story, which makes it like a nice page turner because you're just like, you read it, and then what I find myself doing is staying on the page, and kind of there's so much going on, and a lot of times that you can't just breeze through it because there's so much good art and there's so much going on. It's easy to miss something cool.
Yeah.
So that's another thing that's great about it is you really want to take your time as you're going through this book.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And when we speak, I want to show you guys something. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
We're getting a sneak peek.
Yeah, I like it. So if you guys
here in Brazil, we make
oh man.
Oh,
that is so cool.
I gotta have one of those.
Yeah, that's be very, very awesome. So we have the action figure, and we make like a flip book too, and we have the art book too, like with all our ideas and concepts and stuff like that. So it's very nice. I don't know the word, but it's very nice gadget, something more about the universe,
Like lore, like diving into the lore more.
Yes,
And
yes.
Editions, yes. I noticed an issue too. Now in the samurai culture, their blade has a lot of meaning to them, and the hilt of the blade and the handle. And I like the way the sword is designed in Samurai Dog. Is there any significance to that, or was it just kind of like this looks cool type.
In the sword, you mean, like
Yeah.
the sword?
The blade.
Yeah, we it's both things. Like we really want to make something. It's very cool and design, but from the along the story, you're gonna see another blades, another sword. So I really want that samurai dog find some other weapons and swords too. So we think about a lot of swords here of the story. You know.
So does he get to upgrade his sword? Does something happen that you're not going to be able to tell us, or does he lose that sword and he has to acquire another one? Or
Wow, you have to read. Maybe you
I
should see.
tried.
Maybe you should see. You're gonna see this.
Hey, I tried. I tried for a sneak peek.
That's awesome.
Dad, you
And
got any other questions?
how do you guys know this the samurai in a comic book shop? How do you guys know about this project?
Yeah, it's in the comic book shops.
Oh, nice. So you just go in there and see and say, let's see this. It's kind of this. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, but
awesome. That's not
So
because
if we
I've never been in a comic book shop, so
you
I have
yes,
never
no
have been
idea.
in a comic book shop?
you have to
Yeah,
go. It's great.
we don't have comic book shop in Brazil. We don't have a lot of comics, so that's why we really want to make a comic book from USA.
So then what got you into this medium then? If you've never been in a comic book shop, was it just kind of like manga drew you into it and you were like, you know what, I can do that. I'm gonna start doing comics, or what really got you into that?
Yeah, that's a very good question because uh, I really want to make some movies and stuff like that, and but my ideas is very megalomaniac. So when I talked to Santos, I said to him, maybe we can start create stories of comic books and mangas because in Brazil we don't have comic book shops, but we have uh, like banks in the corner, like a place when you buy some magazines and journal and stuff like that. So there is manga too, and so that's why I bought some magazine when I was a kid, and I began to do this, like to try to make my ideas come true, not in cinema, but in comic book. So we start like this.
What was it about Aftershock that drew you to them as an indie publisher over like Image or Dark Horse or any of the other ones? Is it just because they came to the table and offered, or did you kind of have a pick of a couple?
Well, Santos and I sent a lot of emails to all the publishers and nobody answers. But one day Aftershock answers and say, "Well, we like your project. Can we look more closely?" And so they like a lot and say, "Let's do this." So I, I have to thank Aftershock a lot because they believe us and they give us the opportunity. So it's really nice for them to believe in our project and you guys like it, so it's like it's like natural thing. I don't know how to explain exactly.
Those other
And I,
publishers must be kicking themselves in the ass right now. Damn it! What were we thinking?
I know you said that you wanted to do more lo-fi stuff with Samurai Doggy and kind of just like an hour, like lo-fi girl almost, or like an hour of Samurai Doggy doing something with music playing behind it. I mean, have you been approached, or is there any desire to see this made into like an animated show that we would see over here, or like a normal anime would be done?
I really want to see Samurai Dog in animation. I it's gonna be a dream, and also a game. I really want to. When I create Samurai Dog, I imagine a GRPG game of Samurai Dog, like we can play in Switch or PSN. But we start with a good story and good design, and people gonna like. So I really want you to see some, I don't know, company of animation make this, but I don't know how it is in USA. Like there is a lot of animation company in USA because I just know of Japan, you know, but like anime style in USA, there is a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
So with issue 2, I like how issue 1 you brought us up to this climax, and then issue 2 you made us hold on, and you backed up a little bit so that you could bring us back to that climax again, and we got to see what was going on from somebody else's angle.
Yes.
And it's the guy that, and it's kind of cool because now you know why the wheel is being guarded by the mobsters, the gangsters, and you know that you know what I mean. And so what was your idea for the whole, like, this guy trying to score some drugs getting to here? Like, what was your thought process on that? And is that a continued storyline in it, or was that just something to push the story?
Oh,
Yeah,
wait. Don't give it all away.
Okay. Well, you in the future you're gonna see more of this character, but because now we have to finish. You guys see that we going to some way, and this character gonna be in another way in the future. But you guys understand. But it's very difficult to explain. It's not explain, you know, because I don't have to give you a spoiler or something like that. But
Right.
I really want to make these characters like the robots, like the enemies, like you understand them, you know, because I don't like these stories just and some radar go there and kill everyone. So I think this is it's not a good story. I think the good story is when you know the enemies, you know the villain, you know the characters. So I really want you to make this to you guys like, well, there's the wheel, there's the drug stuff in the wheel. This robot, there's a system there. So it's not like, oh, I go to the wheel and like kick some ass off everyone, you know. So we have more deeply stories. And my idea is that Samurai Dog is like Jon Snow, like you know nothing, Samurai Dog, you know, like Samurai Dog. He going to understand some things, but he gonna say, "Oh, well, it's like that, like that." So in the story, you're gonna see that Samurai Dog knows nothing, and we have to make difficult decisions because it's a revenge story. So, and when you have this theme of revenge or vengeance, it's very difficult to work because the last story of vengeance that I love it is Last of Us 2. I don't know the game. It's
Mm-hmm.
about vengeance, and the characters have to make a very difficult decisions because you have to choose something that you're gonna die inside or complete your journey. So Samurai Dog is going to somewhere like this. Is when he have some happy in his life, something bad happened, and he have to return to his vengeance. You know, it's the kind of this that I
He's
want to.
never going to catch a break, is what you're saying.
Yes, never gonna catch a break. Yes,
Just keeps pulling him back in, like
Yeah.
John Wick.
which is great though, because now you're going to see this huge conflict going on within him, which is awesome. So
Yes.
Double O is saying good evening to you, Chris.
Good evening.
So
if you want spoilers, Kyle, you're gonna have to buy from Chris and learn Portuguese. If you want those spoilers, don't.
I'm already got it on Google Translate because it's just the way it has to be now. I want to order that Samurai Doggy.
Yeah.
The statue. Yeah.
It's so cool. Is that available to order? And if it is, just personally send me the link so they don't get sold out and I can get one first.
We made this so if you want, we can create more and send to you. But don't buy the volume of Brazil because we depend of the volumes of Aftershock. If you don't buy Aftershock, Samurai Dog is gonna die. So please buy Aftershock.
No, I'll definitely do that. And if they release a toy, then I'll also buy it from Aftershock as well. How's that? I'll make that promise to you. I'll buy it if I can get it now, but if Aftershock releases it later, I'll buy it again.
Okay. And Aftershock made something that's very nice. It's they have like variants covers. And in Brazil we don't have that. So this variant, like Matt shows, it's only Aftershock. So it's very cool. In Brazil we don't have this issue, you know. And there is some asterisk too in the book that we create from this comic of Aftershock. That in Brazil we don't have this asterisk too. So that's very awesome too stuff, you know.
Double O is asking, are you going to be on any comic shows coming up now? Have you been invited to comic shows to go sign autographs and talk about Samurai Doggy?
Until now, we don't receive any things like that. So, but I really
It'll
want
happen.
to. Yeah, it didn't happen, but I really want to
See, that's
spread it.
like Fantastic World says, if we just keep spreading the Samurai Doggy love, it'll come.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will. Yeah. Can I get that? I love this chat. This chat's very good.
Yes, we have an awesome chat. They love to ask questions and they love to hang out with us. They're here every week hanging out with us, talking as we're live. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and you guys, is there a lot of mangas here that you guys read too?
Oh yeah, just a second.
Oh,
So we do a whole so Sam is our anime guy. So we do a whole anime segment every show to talk to our viewers about anime and to keep them knowing what's going on in anime. Like he's a big One Piece guy. He loves the anime One Piece.
nice,
Old Dragon Ball.
nice. So
You know you love this one, right?
I really want to watch this. It's gonna be released here, right? The
Yeah,
animation.
next weekend.
Yes, I really want to see that.
Mob Psycho 100.
Wow, you have a good stuff.
Spy Family.
I love this.
And of course, One Piece, the GOAT.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So each one of you guys is a segment, like Sans manga and Trial another thing and match other things like that.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So Sam is our anime guy, our movie guy. Matt is our comic guy, movie guy. I talk comics, and we all have our little piece that makes us
Wow.
to make it have fun. Marty West is asking, what are your current favorite mangas right now?
I'm just a guy.
Sorry, Ish. He was on mute. And Ish he runs a comic book store. So he gets the feel of love of comics all the time.
So he's the true boss, you know, like the guy in the shadow, the true leader. What's the question? Sorry, I forgot.
He says, "What mangas are you enjoying right now? What mangas are you enjoying?"
Well, Spy Family is very good manga right now. I really love it, and I really want you to read Chainsaw Man, but my One of my favorites inspiration of mangaka is Naoki Urasawa, who made like 20th
21st
Century
Century
Boys.
Boys.
Yes, Monster, and he made something new right now. I forgot the name of his new manga, but it's awesome too. His guy know to tell a story. I love their manga. It's
Billy Bat. Now 20th Century Boys. Yeah. And
yeah,
what's his current one?
Monster and Pluto. Pluto is awesome too. God.
Let's see. Asadora, Billy Bat.
Asadora, Monster, and Pluto is awesome. So just something. It's not about the team, but I just want to know about your opinion, guys. Uh, you guys watch Nope from
Yeah,
what do
the
you think
Alien
about?
movie. Yeah.
I haven't
Yes,
seen it yet. Is it good?
wow, it's awesome movie. I love it.
That's a good movie.
And there's a part of Akira inspiration in the movie when the motorcycle and there's a video they tell, oh, I have to put Akira in my movie, so it's very awesome. So there's
The
a lot
motorcycle slide. Yeah.
yeah, the motorcycle slide, yes.
The motorcycle comes in from behind the camera and then it slides in front of the camera. Yeah.
Yeah, so there is a lot of movie directors that inspired by animes and manga, like Aronofsky in Hacking for a Dream. There's a lot of inspiration of Perfect Blue from Satoshi Kon and Christopher Nolan too. They love like Paprika from Satoshi Kon too. So I think mangas and animes has a lot of influence in the world right now, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Requiem for a Dream, Perfect Blue. Yeah, you nailed it. There's a lot of those kind of inspirations, just iconic moments that really kind of they're like earworms, but visually, these visual moments, and that Akira bike slide has been in a ton of stuff. That
Yeah,
bike slide in it's so many movies.
yeah, that's true. That's true. And I really want to now speak of comic book. Do you guys watch Sandman? Do you like Sandman of series Netflix?
Sandman. Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, it was good.
it's a cool series, right?
it's
Yeah, it
very
was
good.
awesome. So you directed quite a few things. What was your favorite thing to direct?
Well, it's very difficult to make this in Brazil, so that's why I think I'm a little crazy. But I love science fiction. It's one of the things that I really want to make, but in movies it's very difficult because there's a lot of money to spend, and if you make this wrong, it's not gonna make the refund. It's very difficult to a science fiction have payback from financial stuff.
Mhm.
It's very difficult. It's very difficult.
You said it's difficult to make. Is that because of special effects? What's the obstacle?
I think the special effects too, but Perfect Blue is terrified without a lot of core. uh, I think the writing too. Like we have to make a very good idea. Like when I watched Ex Machina. I don't know the name in English. It's Ex Machina, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the that story is very difficult to write. You have to think a lot of this artificial intelligence. So the director is very good writing. I think it's very difficult to make this, in my opinion.
Yes.
So, yeah, I mean, I feel like sci-fi is about honing in on excesses in our current society, right? And then expanding that excess to the ultimate limit to show how it could corrupt our society. right? So you can have with AI, right? If you become too dependent on AI, you lose your humanity, or the AI, like in Terminator, AI becomes too independent and it seeks to destroy its creator. And in a way that's analogous to man versus God, man versus machine.
Yeah.
And so there's these themes, these kind of broader themes that are brought out. And so, you know, a lot of times you look at time travel, for example, is wish fulfillment. You know, I want to go back and change my mistakes. Or you might have another one is like the Invisible Man, where
Yes.
you have anonymity and no one can see what you're doing. What kind of choices would you make? Would you still be a good person, or would you become an evil person and do evil things? And you're right that the writing has to be very good. And I feel like a lot of times sci-fi is very dependent on effects, but the writing's not very good. And if the writing's not there to begin with, then it doesn't matter what kind of effects you have, because it will still not have a connection to people. But yeah, you nailed it. Writing is the big thing.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, because sci-fi, when you think about sci-fi, it's something that you don't know, right? It's in a place that it's a very mystery, and this mystery is not, it's not everything is good, you know. Maybe the sci-fi bring you some to think and to make feel like a terror too, because we have to think about the future and society from the future that you don't know, right? It's like everything. I don't know. Just philosophical. Sorry.
So BK in our chat says MMA is huge in Brazil. Do you have any MMA or martial arts series in mind?
I mean,
Yeah.
Samurai Doggy, right?
Yeah.
Besides
Not
that, yeah.
inspiration. Yeah, I love martial arts. I practice taekwondo, you know, taekwondo and kung fu. So I really want to make Samurai Dog action comic book. So that's why you're gonna see the next issue is gonna be on October. There's a lot of influence of action scenes, so you're gonna see slide, and so Samurai Dog gonna fight a lot. So you're gonna watch that. It's very martial art thing.
So who's your favorite mixed martial artist right now?
Oh, it's very difficult to answer this,
Yeah.
but I don't
Leading
know.
questions here.
Yeah, it's very difficult to answer that. But I love martial arts. I love.
There's so many good.
Yeah,
My the guy I work with, he went to Brazil not too long ago for taekwondo,
yeah,
and he went to one of the, you know, because they have huge, like everyone comes from all around the world to do,
yeah.
you know, and he walked away with a few gold medals, but he loves going there and showing off his skills down there. Have you done anything quite like that?
Yeah, well, not so huge like that, but I really want to. Well, next weekend I'm gonna participate in a championship of taekwondo here in Brazil. Let's see how
Whoa.
something. I don't know, but I really
That's
like, and
awesome.
I really want to put some movements of martial arts in Samurai Dog. You know, because when it's
Yes.
do animation, we have to put that. I don't know if you know. There is a guy, I don't know his name right now, but he's an animator, and he practices taekwondo too. I follow him in Instagram, and he is awesome. He put some movements of him, and he put on his animation. So it's awesome. And he made an animation of a lion like it's kind of Samurai Dog's lion anthropomorphic, and he fights a lot. So it's very good animation and very inspiring of taekwondo, you know.
That's cool. It's like Battle
So
Beast.
Yeah.
so when you say Samurai Doggy's going to be fighting a lot more with actual martial arts, does that mean are we going to see somewhere where he's truly got a true test that's really going to push him to his extreme limit. Like there's, like in anime, there's always that one villain or that one opposition that they have that it's just so hard for them to beat. Are we going to see something like that in Samurai Doggy?
Yeah, you're gonna see it's just the beginning. When you finish this first season, you're gonna watch and say, okay, they just start the story right now, because my idea is that's the first step of Samurai Dog. He knows very little of stuff, including martial arts. So it's not a spoiler, but it's kind of spoiler. But he all that Dart knows it's because of Ray, because Ray it's a vulture, a technological vulture who has a lot of memories of things because he's a robot. So Samurai Dart knows a lot of things because of Ray, but in the middle of the journey, he gonna understand the true meaning of samurai and tasks and the true martial arts. So he just know something it's not the real stuff.
Chris, I have a question, and I don't necessarily want an answer to this question.
Okay.
But let me just pose it not as a question, but as a statement. I have a feeling Samurai Doggy's puppy brothers are not all dead.
Wow, you have this. Well, you have to read. You have to read.
Snap! That's what I wanted to hear.
Yeah, you have to read.
Leaving us in suspense.
Yeah, that's the stuff. And
what that makes me?
Oh, sorry.
Chris, I have another question for you, just about the writing process. Do you start by saying, what's the worst possible thing that can happen to this dog? Is that how you like to play it out? Is what's the worst thing that can happen?
Well, I think if Samurai Doggies die, the story is over.
Right. But short of that, right? You want to keep him going without dying, but it just be as awful as possible, right?
Yeah,
because that's where the drama is, right?
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't know exactly something that, well, you're gonna see that a lot of bad stuff is going to happen to Dart, but he always don't, because in martial arts we believe that always you can going better, you can. I really want to make a positive message, but as I'm writing, I sometimes I think that the story is more than me, like it's not more about me. It's about the story. So there's sometimes that I'm writing that Samurai Dog answer to me. It's not I'm answer to Samurai Dog, like, well, Samurai Dog is never gonna do that. Samurai Dog is gonna do this, like, like it's more than you. I don't know how to explain, but the characters begin to have life and to have thoughts that when I'm writing, it's not more Chris, it's Doggy,
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got a pitch for you for your next comic book.
Yeah.
Taekwondo guinea pigs.
Awesome.
So guinea pigs, like, I have guinea pigs. My kids love guinea pigs. So everyone always gives me crap on this show about having guinea pigs. And I think that is something that would be different. Instead of 4, though, you should make it 3. 3 Taekwondo guinea pigs.
I just imagine right now. Now I visualize this.
They're all blind. They're all named Kyle. They got the hair. It's like you got a guinea pig and a chinchilla and a hamster, and they all fight martial arts, and their hair is too long. They can't see.
That'll be awesome.
Well, Chris, you're more than welcome to hang out. You're more than welcome to bail if you've got stuff to do. We understand. If you want to hang out a few, we can do our anime segment next with Sam Sam can talk anime, and you can hang around for then, or you can, if you're busy, you can go ahead and take off. We totally understand. So it's up to you.
No,
we really appreciate it.
I'm really enjoyed to talk to you guys. I'm just want to say sorry about my English. Sometimes I have to become nervous, so I don't know if you guys understand everything that I'm saying.
Dude, your English is excellent. So
yeah, fine. We got you.
Thank you.
So
And
no worries. You are awesome.
I'm really appreciate, and I really like to thank you guys to this opportunity. And you are very nice and cool guys, like, yeah, nice.
Have you ever played dodgeball?
Dodgeball is that one? What is
That's baseball. Dodgeball, you throw balls at each other.
Yes. It's awesome because it's very popular. Dodgeball.
No, because I run a dodgeball league. That's why they're asking. I run a dodgeball league.
You're just what?
It looks like BK has one more question.
What did you decide to tell the story of anthropomorphic? Well, this word anthropomorphic, I know this word after writing Samurai Dog. So I don't know that when you see this animal in human stuff, it's anthropomorphic. I don't know this word. So I had knowledge of this word after write Samurai Dog. So I'm not imagining like the one thing that I really want is when doggy is a puppet, he's kind of like a real doggy, but when he grow up, he become like a anthropomorphic. So that's my dream. So when I dream, I really see this. So it's not like I really want to do this because of this. It's just something that there's popping in my mind.
Yeah, I mean, it probably comes from your love of anime, because there's a lot of anime that uses anthropomorphic characters, just like regular people. So it just comes natural to you if anime was kind of your sweeping forte into this genre.
Yeah, probably because yeah, you're right. There's a lot like Thundercats. Do you remember Thundercats?
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Thundercats and the Ninja Turtles, not Teenage Ninja Turtles, also is like anthropomorphic, but nobody's saying this word. At least I didn't know. Like, well, Ninja Turtles anthropomorphic. We have to put in the title, right? It's gonna be more clear, but I don't know. I just see this image. I don't know how to answer that. Like, it's not logical thing, I think.
I can only imagine. Cool. I can only imagine though. You the first 10 pages of Samurai Doggy were a dream. You had to have woke up in a cold sweat and been like, "Wow, did I really just dream that?" Like, I need to. You know how in dreams too, they like you wake up and you're like,
quick.
Yeah, you're like, I gotta remember that. Hurry up! Like you had to have been like falling out of bed, frantically looking for like a pen and paper to like start writing all this down because you know, like that dreams they go away so fast.
You describe exactly the thing. You describe very good, exactly like that. Because I don't know if you guys it's worked with you guys too, but I really forget my dreams very fast. Sometimes I wake up and I don't remember what I'm dreaming.
Mm-hmm.
And this is very sad because there's a lot of dreams that I really want to stay in my dream, like to be more there, a little more, like I really want to stay there.
If I hurry up and go back to sleep, maybe I'll go back to the dream.
Yeah, but you're never going back, No. It's very difficult. So that's weird stuff, right? I really want to dream more. I don't know.
Well, thank you, Chris. This was an awesome interview. Like I said, you're more than welcome to hang out. We'll do anime next, since we know you love anime. You can boast and love over whatever anime news that Sam is going to bring us. You're more than welcome to leave. You can hang out for as long as you want. It's all up to you. And if you're ready to go, you can just wave by and split, and we totally understand.
Yeah, I think I'm going because in Brazil right now it's very late. But thank you so much for everything. I love you guys. You guys are very awesome. Thank you for the opportunity. I really want to talk to you more. And maybe when you guys finish the first season of Samurai Dog, we can talk again and see your impressions,
Deal.
Well,
That's a deal.
In honor of you joining us tonight, Chris, we're going to do at the end of the show, we're going to give away the first issue of Samurai Doggy to one of our listeners. And this is what Chris referred to. This is the Aftershock Ambassador variant, the book that is very limited, and you only got if you were a Aftershock Ambassador approved store. So the print run is very low on these. So we're going to go ahead and give this away at the end of the show.
That's true.
So thank you, appreciate it, love you. So we'll see you in 5 more issues.
Yes.
So we'll see you in 5 more issues. Thank you so much, Chris. We love you. Great story. Keep up the great work, and we'll see you soon. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chris.
And
Thanks,
don't
Chris.
forget
You're
to
awesome.
send me that Samurai Doggy toy.
Yeah.
Because I want one so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I think it's so awesome. Thanks a lot, Chris. Have a great night.
You too,
And write
guys.
down your dreams. Write down your dreams. Well, that was a lot of fun. What a fun guy.
Awesome. Super awesome.
Yeah,
And it was awesome when I was posting this on Instagram and stuff. I was tagging him and he was liking it, and like I'm glad he had a good time. So, well, now we're not going to do anime. Your segment is now pushed to where it normally is, fucker.
Hey, it's fair enough. Fair enough. We had a great time.
Oh,
We're basking in the afterglow. Basking in afterglow. Interview afterglow with Chris.
Chris was awesome. What a cool dude. He just
sorry we didn't get to ask him about the Jake Paul fight there, BK.
I thought he was asking me and you if we were going, since it's here in Arizona.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I thought he was asking him
if he's going to come to America and see it.
Are you going to the Silva Paul fight? We should.
I want to so bad. So what I'm doing is everybody who's commented in throughout this chat, you're right. I did not create an international incident. You're welcome.
See, Kyle is very good in interviews with creators. It's in person is when the issues persist.
It's because I'm over the internet.
Yeah, there's no confrontation there. Like, Kyle is not buying a good or a service from him. He's already done so. So the transactions happen. He's got no reason to be upset or disgruntled.
So what I'm doing now is I'm going through the chat right now, and I'm getting the color. Like I said, as new names pop in, I will. So if we want, I guess let's get this show back on track, and let's get some news going.
Let's do it.
Oh, what's wrong one?
Oops, wrong one. That's what you do.
Logo.
I should probably act like I've been here before, right?
It's all right.
But starting off, we got
Hartman is Card A West. You're not going to be entered in twice, Hartman.
Yeah, it is.
And Hartman, you told me you had work to do, motherfucker. That's why you're not on the show. So you better get back to fucking work. Just joking.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and start this shit.
It's all good, Double O. Appreciate you for stopping by. Our leading off story tonight, Marvel's upcoming Miles Morales reboot, which launches in December. We'll see the character go back to wearing his classic Spider-Man costume. Because, what was that hoodie costume he had on up until this point anyway? So it's good to see the red and black come back. Who the hell is like filing papers right now?
Are you wrapping stuff in tinfoil ish?
Yeah, like
no, but your mom is.
Oh, is she doing it like right next to you?
She's literally doing it. No, she's not. She's in the kitchen, but it's that loud.
Jesus.
She's like, okay, they're done with the interview, and now they're talking. I'm going to start wrapping tinfoil. I'm going to wrap gifts in tinfoil.
She goes, you know what this show needs more of? Tinfoil audio. And hats. Yeah, that's actually what she's making, tinfoil hats for all of us.
Don't touch me.
Perfect.
It's perfect, yes.
Perfect.
I think I have everybody that's in the chat so far. So
it's the crinkling of the ketchup chip bags. We have so many. They create this mass of crinkly sound.
I'm even including your mom because technically she would be a separate winner than Ish. So she's wrapping the ketchup chips so that the scanners don't see it.
So Miles Morales is going back to his classic costume.
Back on topic. Yeah, we're going back to the black and red classic Miles costume for the new series. For all of you who didn't know, the issue that just came out this week was the final issue of the current run.
Knew that. I know that that's the final issue.
Yeah, you learned that last night, huh?
No, I knew that.
Come on,
I knew it. I just wanted to have like a different response for each of the shows. So yesterday was I didn't know. Today is I totally know.
Okay.
Is this picture taken directly from the comic panel? Because his head looks kind of xenomorph shaped.
I believe this is going to be a cover to issue 1. This is just an advertisement photo.
Who actually Miles is? He's part of Indiana Jones and the
Crystal Skull.
Yes, he's one of the Crystal Skulls. He escaped
the elongated head,
and now he is part of Marvel.
Roger says, "So glad that ugly ass costume didn't stick." Yeah,
100%.
But super stoked for Miles to do that. Coming up next, Nightwing 99 declares that Dick Grayson has the best butt in the DC universe.
We knew that before that, dude. I've known that.
Throw this in
That's
for
not
Kyle.
news. That's not news.
That is not news at all.
Chris Evans doesn't have America's ass. Nightwing has America's ass.
That's right.
I wonder if I got anything cool to give away.
Kyle loves all the.
I've had a few drinks, and now I'm in a giveaway mood.
Give away your personalized picture.
Joking aside, is this what we want out of our comic books, though?
Yes.
Yes.
Ass.
Yes.
All right.
So what they should do is in every issue, in at least one panel, there should be like him bending over, and you can see his ass. Like in every issue, he's picking up a pencil or something.
No, he's like turned around. He's like turned around, and a little puppy's like chewing on his pants and pulling down so you can see the top of his crack, right?
Yeah. Yeah. He's got plumber's crack in every issue now. No, but every issue, there should be one panel where he goes, oops, did I drop something?
And it's like Ned Flanders in a ski outfit, right? Boom.
But good for, I mean, you know what?
It's about time.
Dick needs
we
a
can
little
stop calling him Dick Grayson and start calling him Ass Grayson.
Nice ass Grayson. That's what I'm going to call him.
Yeah, he's not Nightwing anymore. He's Night Ass.
He should come out with a new costume that has like his ass like right here.
He should just wear assless chaps now, so it's just his tights, but the cheeks are cut out.
He should just rename himself to Asswing or Night Ass.
Osling.
BK says we should give away some ketchup chips and our Canadian candy bars.
Joe's Doolin says you need a Nightwing Coppertone homage.
No, it's you know that new is it Coppertone that does that? Have you seen those new? They're for like the copper things that you put over your, and it's what's his name from Special Victims Unit, and he's naked and it's blurred out. He's working out. He says, "I use these fucking after I work out." That's how that should be like the Dick Grayson thing, and like he's working out. You can see his ass, and he's got like a thing on his elbow, fucking showing.
Nailed it.
Dick Grayson.
I don't know. Kind of reminds me of grass more than ass.
Dick Assin. We can't call him Dick Ass. That would just be weird.
Ass butt.
Ass
Okay.
butt
Just
wing.
rename the comic Ass Butt.
Ass butt wing. Night butt wing.
You should give away your copy of Nightwing that you have the custom drawing on, Kyle, where you're like this and just staring at Nightwing's butt.
Dude, the next con,
Booty.
that is the sketch I'm getting.
Booty.
That's what I'm going to ask Norm Ratman. Hey, can you draw me looking like this at Dick Grayson's ass?
Booty.
With little hearts coming up, and like I have hearts for eyes, like the anime.
No, they're like butts instead of hearts. They're butts.
Oh, shit. You're right, Heidi said every dick needs a good butt.
That's right.
Dick butt.
Okay.
Moving on, Deadpool creator Rob Liefeld, our old buddy Rob Liefeld, reveals that he knew about Hugh Jackman's Wolverine return long before Ryan Reynolds' internet announcement.
Who the frick cares? Like, stop trying to cash in on that announcement, Rob Liefeld.
I looked and looked.
I
And
knew.
I remembered like a week ago him dropping a hint that there was going to be a Deadpool 3. I thought we made it like a comic cucumber story for some reason, but maybe not. Like, or maybe I thought about doing it or something. But I thought, and I looked over his Instagram under my
He's like,
assumed one that I'm not blocked on, and then I looked on his
I knew.
Facebook.
I knew.
Yeah, I mean, that's typical Rob Liefeld right there, right? You just got to steal the spotlight and be like, oh, well, bring this back to being about him. Very self-absorbed.
Yeah, I know a guy who's like that. Makes everything about him.
Are you talking about me, fucker?
No.
But
I get
yeah, I don't know.
Of course he did, though. Would you expect anything less?
I'm sure Kevin Feige, he had to call him up and say, hey, we're going to use Deadpool in another movie. You cool with that?
He called Kevin Feige and said, why the fuck
Please.
isn't there a Deadpool 3 yet?
No, I
Please,
think he
Deadpool.
called Kevin Feige, and Kevin Feige said, who's this? And then hung up the phone on him. So then he called Ryan Reynolds, and he was like, well, Ryan, I'm the creator of Deadpool, so you got to tell me. And then Ryan was like, all right, listen.
No,
this is
you know
we're
what
doing."
Ryan Reynolds said? Who is this? And hung up.
No, he knows who Rob Liefeld is. But I'm just saying, like, Kevin Feige was like, who the hell are you? Are you that guy that draws bad feet?
It would be funny if Ryan Reynolds or if Deadpool's feet got cut off and then they grew in like Rob Liefeld feet.
It'd be cool because you know Rob Liefeld's feet always usually look like, you know, when you tie a water balloon. That's kind of what his feet look like. And that would be better if that's how his feet came back.
Right. Like soggy water balloons.
Yeah, that just like that grade school shit where this kid's like, well, I knew about this before you, or my
I
dad
knew
could beat
about
up your
this.
dad.
I knew about that band first.
Did you hear about the teleporter they invented? Did you hear about that? Sony's got a teleporter.
Yeah, then he turned into a fly.
But sticking with Rob Liefeld, Deadpool creator Rob Liefeld shares update on the upcoming Jake Gyllenhaal live action adaptation of Prophet, teasing it's a big deal.
Is it? Is
To
it?
him, it
To
is.
who? Exactly. To who other than Rob Liefeld, it's a big deal. Like, no one's clamoring for,
Well, I guess
for
the
Prophet.
fans. He does have fans.
All
Yeah, he
four of
does.
you, Ish and 3 other people.
But
I mean,
First
no one's
in line
clamoring
for Jake Gyllenhaal Prophet.
Is a Prophet adaptation a big deal?
I guess it
No.
could be. It
I
might be
don't
in the
think so.
future.
Flat.
Like,
It's
it
not.
could be the next Bloodshot. Just kicking
Exactly.
off a whole new cinematic universe.
Could be the next Bloodshot.
Do I have
That
to put
says it
that
all
picture
right
of me
there.
and Liefeld hanging out?
do it.
Okay. Keep talking. I'll bring it up right now.
Where he says, "I'm not your friend."
That was so awesome.
Yeah.
It was so awesome.
Blood.
I wonder if when he was doing the signing at your store-ish and he was looking at me, he's like, that's the guy who thinks he's my fucking friend.
He's gonna ask me to dinner, I bet.
Do you think
Not
he
gonna tell him no.
That's how he greeted you. Hey, non-friend.
Here's how big and exciting Prophet is. The first issue you can buy for $5 online still. Like, you buy issue number 1 of Prophet. Oh, I'm sorry, it goes as low as $2.99. So there you
I
go.
wouldn't even pay that much for it.
No, it's a big deal, Rob. It's such a big deal. You're not even catching $5 for it.
They've been releasing a steady stream of reprints of Prophet. This, with another artist doing the cover each time.
Exactly. Nobody knew about it. So, nobody.
How many of those did you order for
Hey,
your
if you're a
store-ish?
Prophet fan, this is exciting news. We would just order one copy of each cover that was like, oh, okay, that's this J. Scott Campbell or whatever.
I like how this guy has no upper lip.
Nobody has
Right.
upper lips.
His teeth are just hanging out.
Issue 4 was splat is the issue. You know that, Matt. Yeah, well. I just want to say, I like everyone who comes into this chat. You're awesome, and especially when you take jokes or things that are pointed out to other shows to try to make the same joke that was talked about on this show.
Wait, what was
Awesome.
happening? Did that
Awesome.
happen?
Yeah, someone last week decided to take your observation of Liefeld as drawing himself to another show and say it in another show's chat. So I just say that's amazing.
Leftover says you only need one lip kiss. Someone's dinner ready?
That's weird.
So that's
So to that comment on issue 4, yeah, you can buy that for $2.50. So $2.50, not $250. That's $2.50. So don't break your bank purchasing your profits there.
Boom. There it is, Kyle. Your friend.
to Kyle, your friend, Robbie L.
Bobby Feld.
There it is
Best
in all of
friends.
its glory. He even knocked off $10 because I couldn't sell it on eBay after that. He made it 40 instead of 50.
Nice.
What a guy.
I mean, what a nice guy, really, right? Since you can't sell that on eBay now, make it 40.
Right? What
I'm
a
not
great guy.
What makes you think we're friends? I buy your shit.
I'm funding your retirement. Is that not enough?
Yeah. Mojo says
Guy Ritchie in the Prophet movie.
Oh, that means there's
How
going
is
to be a
that
lot.
not part of the original announcement?
Yeah,
that
right.
is the end of his career, which I already thought happened. So
Yeah, I already thought that happened with the King Arthur movie, but
Did you guys not see The Gentleman?
I have not. But I heard it was all right.
It was a good show.
Joe says
I will only have Liefeld sign Deathstroke books.
That's funny.
BK says, look at the VIP treatment you're receiving from Liefeld, and this is how you repay him, Kyle.
all I'm saying, I'm just reliving the story. I have, it's like this is my trophy of my story of hanging out with Robbie L. I was first in line, dude. Come on. Pissed him off for everybody else. So
He has
That's
his
it.
fans, and I appreciate that, but just the cockiness and arrogance of the dude is what gets me. But A new rumor indicates that Marvel Studios approached legendary actor Harrison Ford to play Thunderbolt Ross in aka Red Hulk in the new Thunderbolts movie.
As long as he doesn't have to fly a plane, it should be all right.
I titled the episode the way I did, and I was saying this last night. Does anybody else on this panel kind of feel like with this announcement and the announcement of Hugh Jackman going to be in Deadpool 3, that Marvel feels like they've got to go for broke with the way the movies recently and shows that they've put out have been perceived, that they're kind of on the downslope. So now they're reaching for, nostalgia or to try and generate excitement to get people back to the theaters for their stuff. Because Thor: Love and Thunder did good, but it wasn't the greatest movie. People were trashing Moon Knight and Miss Marvel and kind of all the shows that have come out this year. Really, the only real movie that has overall been received very well has been Spider-Man: No Way Home. Like Doctor Strange wasn't received as well. Thor, to me, it kind of feels like Marvel is like pulling out the big guns now to try and regenerate interest in their product.
So who's more arrogant, CM Punk or Liefeld?
Oh man, that's a tough one.
To answer your question, Matt, I don't know. I don't think Marvel is feeling any pressure to compensate for past failures. I don't think that they're feeling that right now. I think they're going to stay the course with what they want. I think quite the opposite. I feel like they are able to punch their ticket with actors with big names like Harrison Ford. And he's really stepping into some, they got a bigger name actor to step into the shoes of an already big name actor. So no, I think it's the opposite. I think they feel like they're punching up rather than trying to scramble to have somebody come fill in gaps.
Who's cockier, Marco or Liefeld?
I think Liefeld actually wins that by a small margin, by a sliver of a margin.
Who can send money faster on Venmo, Marco or Liefeld?
Liefeld, 100%.
Any way to make money, he's got that shit down.
Yeah, Liefeld will figure it out. Marco has to drive to his bank and get someone at the bank to tell him how to send money.
Joe says he can watch Harrison Ford angrily point in any movie.
BK's got it right. Ford is 80 years old. They better film quickly.
Yes, they should.
So my research showed that this rumor was generated by some DC fanboys in Quebec, Canada. Just saying.
Oh, is that what the word on the Canadian street
Well, that's who CBR is, I guess.
Oh.
Also,
I don't know. I think
same company.
I think there's some truth to it, though. Like, they already have a working relationship with Harrison Ford via Star Wars, and Indiana Jones. So I think there's going to be some truth to this rumor. Isn't that the old saying that there's always a kernel of truth to every rumor? So whether or not he does it, I'm sure maybe his name was on a list. I don't know. We don't even know if they've actually talked to him or what, but I just think, like, to me, it screams desperation, but I can see where Sam's coming from it too. Like, why?
Here's a kernel of truth to another.
Yeah, but does that make the character kind of one and done if he does this?
Yeah,
he's not going to be General Ross for the next, 2 phases.
Well, how long do you really need? You're bringing in, you've got Mark Ruffalo's Hulk, you've got She-Hulk now. Bringing in a third Hulk, you really need that many Hulks in one universe? Like, it would make sense for
World War Hulk.
Yeah, one and done story, but I don't see him.
I can see him being brought in for that World War Hulk deal.
Do you want to see Harrison Ford Hulk out?
Well, as much as I want to see Mark Ruffalo Hulk
would it
out,
still kind of be old Harrison Ford, like an old looking Hulk, or would it be like younger?
Here's a kernel of a rumor. Leftover going to be playing Wolverine. He's called me.
I heard a rumor about Leftover Zaggy that when he met Tom Green asked him if he could feel his balls for cancer.
That makes more sense.
I heard a rumor that Chris
That's
Tex
a strong
is going to
rumor.
send me that Samurai Doggy action figure.
That's a
Dude,
good rumor.
that's a good one.
I like it. I'm going to start a hashtag. I'm going to start a GoFundMe.
But I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but Marvel and Hot Ones are both kind of punching above their weight, right? They're doing, in the past, comic book movies were kind of seen as like low class fare, just like
You
Hot
fucking
Ones
take
were
that
kind of
back.
low class fare. And then everyone started to see, you know what, there's actually a lot of money, a lot of interest in these things. Maybe it's time we class it up by bringing our level of artistry to this medium. And so you're seeing a lot more actors and big name movie stars on Hot Ones, just like you're seeing them populate the MCU. So I think it's really the other way around than what you're suggesting.
Well, they've been in the MCU since day one with like Jeff Bridges and Iron Man, just starting with that. And then Anthony Hopkins and Thor and Tommy Lee Jones and Captain America. From day one, they've always had class
Marvel
A
works better with
actors
no-name
in Marvel
actors.
movies.
We've been over this.
Harrison Ford, this is such a stretch. I mean, I don't want to be ageist.
I just feel like
but
the timing of it, like I said, this back half of Phase 4 is getting ready to end with Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, and
Found me
Doctor
out.
Strange and the Multiverse of Madness wasn't well received. Thor: Love and Thunder wasn't well received. Moon Knight wasn't well received. Miss Marvel was okay,
just
I
not
guess, at
received.
best. Yeah,
Not a lot of
and
viewers.
now She-Hulk is not being well received. So it's just like it makes me feel like there's this stretch here where Marvel's like, all right, we need to do something to freshen this up and get back in the good graces. So let's release this Hugh Jackman news. Let's leak the Harrison Ford gonna join the Thunderbolts as Red Hulk, and kind of get the world talking again about our stuff versus in a positive light versus the negative that they're receiving as of late.
Wow.
Well, nothing says fresh like Harrison Ford.
You got that right.
It's on the back of my arm, BK. Just to let you know. Glory and Bad Rock.
Zaggy
I have
likes
glory
glory
hole on
holes.
my back. that's what's on my back.
Gross.
It's right at my tramp stamp.
Yeah, it's this tramp stamp with an arrow pointing down.
Right below it says Boner Garage.
Mojo says, I just got that if Harrison Ford casting is true, that he actually cares about this as opposed to how he felt about Star Wars franchise.
He cares about
Well,
paychecks. Big
Yeah,
fat
right.
Disney paychecks.
I like money.
Pretty much. But
Maybe they're like threatening we won't finish Indiana 5 if you don't show up in a Marvel movie.
So he'll be all shitty like Bruce Willis was with that Kevin Smith directed movie.
Cop Out.
Yeah.
Who's fucking microwaving stuff?
I keep looking to my right like something.
Kyle, your hot pockets are done. Oh man. Bruce Willis, who recently announced his retirement from acting, sells deepfake likeness rights so his face can continue to appear in films.
I think that's awesome.
Happening. It's happening.
So,
Can he get Demi Moore to sell her face from the 90s? Not the new one.
you know who they should get to deep face is what's her name from American Pie, Tara Reid, when she was hot, and then just put her in every movie.
Before her botched boob job?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying about Demi Moore. Give me Demi Moore from G.I. Jane, from Few Good Men.
Showgirls.
I don't know. Demi Moore still looks pretty
She
good.
wasn't in Showgirls.
No, she was in Striptease.
Striptease.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm saying Jesse from Saved by the Bell, but from Showgirls.
I've told that story before. Me and all my buddies went to go see that movie in theaters. And by the we still got in and sat down, and we realized that we looked like the horn dog dudes.
You were the horn dog, dude. You were watching porn with your buddies. You guys are all like, you go and do that as a dare and see whoever gets a boner first, they lose. That's the game you play there.
Tara Reid's chesticles.
Yeah, Tara Reid's boob job's like crossed eyes.
Poor.
Joe's Doolin says you got to keep that whole 9 yards franchise going somehow.
Yeah, it's about time they made another sequel.
BK says Cal doesn't do hot pockets. He has upgraded to frozen empanadas.
Yes.
Hey, tomato.
That's yes. But I'm glad because but they should, no matter what they do, it should be like, that's why I picked the Bruce Willis with hair picture.
Yeah.
Instead of the new picture. That's what they should be doing. As always, they should be doing Bruce Willis with hair.
It would have been cool if they had this technology when they made Looper.
Yes.
I mean, Joseph Gordon-Levitt did a pretty darn good job of acting like Bruce Willis.
Well,
Yeah, he sure did.
He doesn't mean Bruce Willis.
I guess you just got to be proficient in that look like someone just farted and it's really rank, but you don't want to say anything. Yeah.
I can do a really good John Malkovich. You just look like you're about to say what all the time.
Do it.
That's John Malkovich.
Critically acclaimed actor Tom Hanks reveals how many of his films he's actually enjoyed from his large repertoire of films, which are fewer than many think. I think it was like 2, he said.
It was 4.
4.
It was 4
What are
movies.
the 4 that he enjoys?
What are the 4 do you think he enjoyed?
I'm going to say
Captain
Forrest
Sully.
Gump.
It is not Captain Sully.
No.
Joe versus the volcano.
It is not Joe versus the volcano.
Splash.
What?
It was not Splash.
I'm going to say Big Forrest Gump.
It was not Big.
No, Bachelor Party.
He hates that movie. He hates that movie. So it was
Forrest
Philadelphia
Gump,
is 1.
Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
Castaway.
So he likes his serious movies.
So it was Forrest Gump.
The one about the lawyer
Sully.
who has to go to
Philadelphia.
East Germany.
Oh.
Bridge of Spies.
Bridge of Spies. Yeah.
No. So the
That's a
last
good
one,
movie.
so it's Forrest Gump. It was he didn't care for Green Mile because it wasn't there was
Because
too
it was
much
fantasy.
because there was too much fantasy in it. He doesn't care for it. So it was Forrest Gump. It was Philadelphia. It was not Toy Story. It
Yeah,
was,
Cloud Atlas.
I think it was that movie, Cloud Atlas,
And Saving Private Ryan, you said?
and Saving Private Ryan. Because that Cloud Atlas was kind of I think that was kind of an intricate movie that people didn't get. And I think, but he said he enjoyed it.
Yeah. He could have just said the terminal 5 times. That's his top 5.
So not You Got Mail
The
then.
Terminal.
The terminal.
That was actually
Catherine Zeta-Jones is in that movie, right?
Yes.
She is
As the
so
flight
good.
attendant that he falls in love with.
Hard
I
not
have
falls
to.
in love with him.
I had to look at so many articles, and because he actually talked. He said he didn't really want to disparage any other movies that he's done, and so.
But he's going to
He
go
didn't
ahead and do that anyway.
He didn't know, but he didn't actually. He alluded to each of the 4 movies, so it was they even could be wrong. It was kind of from the article I was reading. It was interpretation of what he was, of stuff that he was describing during this interview that he had. But I mean, so if it was is her truck backing up?
Those empanadas are done.
Why do we care what movies you like?
Ish's fried ketchup chips are done.
Justice,
Why do we care what movies of his he likes? I think it's interesting when he has a body of work that he doesn't appreciate.
Yeah.
it's kind of like rejecting your own body of work. Like if I were like, the first 2 seasons of Triple D Dodgeball were trash, right? It's like, Sam, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? That's you. That's your baby. Why would you hate
Saving Private Ryan is his is his Google password.
Oh man, that's probably my least favorite Tom Hanks movie.
Isn't he in Captain Phillips too?
Yeah.
So his password is probably "I'm the captain now."
It's probably big. It's just big. That's it. It's
Big.
I mean, what if
Kyle? What if he's just pretending that those are his favorites so that we all think that he's hoity-toity, and really his favorites are The Burbs, Big, Bachelor Party, and
Joe versus Volcano.
Joe versus Volcano.
Hey, he could be. Like, I mean, I'm just saying. Like I said, he didn't outright say it, like which movies they were. They said with things that he said, that's kind of how it alluded to. So that's what they took from it.
Have either of you watched that new Elvis movie yet?
No, but I want to.
It's on HBO Max. Like, he's really good in that movie. Like, he plays a role that he doesn't normally take.
He's a villain.
He's very, very good in that movie.
He's the misunderstood villain, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, better check for radiation. That microwave is running over.
Kyle's about to get Havana syndrome.
Yes. Speaking of Havana syndrome, check out the latest episode of Thresholds of Reality, where we talked to a dude from one of the scientists of Skinwalker Ranch. So it's a pretty cool.
He studies Havana syndrome, among other things.
Yes. I would have Chris Evans sign my ass as America's ass. Just say. So.
Do you want me to sign by this dimple or by this mole?
Do it the left pimple from the right.
Can you use that hemorrhoid as the I in your name, please? All right. Well, let's talk a little
Turner and Hooch.
Talk a little She-Hulk and review some TV shows, huh? Episode 7 of She-Hulk.
Wow. Did you watch this one, Matt?
Oh yeah.
Dude, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with She-Hulk. Like, I feel like we're spinning. The one
Two
good
words.
Scene,
It sucks.
the one good scene. The one good scene was the one where at the very end, where it showed what happened with her one night stand.
How it was super predictable.
Well, yeah, was that even good? Or it wasn't? It was just not terrible.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of what I was expecting, right? They had been setting that scene up the whole time, but like the camp, the intervention camp was just stupid, and this everything. The porcupine thing gag fell flat for me. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely fell flat.
What they're doing.
Well, just to get you up to speed in this episode of it. Continued on from the wedding episode where she has started seeing the guy that she met at the wedding. They go on a few dates and then She-Hulk sleeps with him, which seems to be a recurring theme with her, that she's very, very thirsty. And she's just looking for dudes. She is just trolling for dudes this entire series. He then ghosts her after their night of passion, and she gets a call from Emil Blonsky's parole officer that his inhibitor is messing up, so she's got to go out there with him because this weird parole officer can't get other cops to go with him, and so he wants the Hulk to go. So she goes out there. A fight ensues between Manbull and another gentleman. Her Prius gets destroyed. She has to wait for a tow truck to come, and in doing so, she partakes in Emil Blonsky's
She-Hulk or anything.
Retreat of healing, so to speak.
Matt, I feel this was all like the B story, and then the A story was notifications on my cell phone.
Yes.
And then everything you just described, which was actual plot, was just ancillary to the story.
Yeah, I said this to Aaron when we were watching the show, and I said it to Kyle too. Like, it's so sad that this show, your secondary and background characters are more interesting than your main character. Like, people went gaga for Madison and Wong's relationship versus anything that Jennifer Walters has done through this first 7 episodes. Like, people are more excited to see Abomination than they are anything she's done. I think to this point, we're only 2 episodes left. People are only hanging on to see how Daredevil fits into all of this. And that's it. That's done. Like, the show will be forgotten. It's just.
I once dated a girl who was like Jennifer Walters, who the only reason she dated me, like she was the same kind of insufferable where it's like, I'm smart, I need validation. People need to recognize that I am better than any man in the room. And the only reason she dated me was because I beat her in Scrabble, and she had to prove that she was better at Scrabble than me. And so on all our dates, she would bring a Scrabble board. I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? We're doing this right now? She's like, we're doing this until I win. I was like, oh, jeez. So that relationship didn't last very long. But that's why Jennifer Walters, the relationships don't last very long. She's like, everyone needs to recognize what a great smart person I am, and stop trying to appreciate my alter ego. And it's like, well, maybe the thing is about you is that you don't have a very good personality, and so we like the other one. The other version has a better personality and also looks good, even green. And it's just really going downhill, man. Like I used to look forward to every other episode. No, I don't.
Now I don't want to watch even or odd.
Yeah, it's not fun. It's not fun. My son and I were watching it, and he got bored. He was like, "This isn't," and he went and he decided he was going to make smoothies instead of watch the show. So I don't know. I mean, I guess the question was, what would we do differently? That's the real question. What would you do differently?
I would adapt the She-Hulk comic books for a start, because what we have now has absolutely nothing to do with any of the comic books she ever.
Is there a certain storyline you would like them to have kind of honed in on then? Ketchup chip criminal?
Well, yeah, I'd like to see more ketchup chips in comic books. I mean, that's, No, I want to see her be a hero, a superhero, not this pathetic crying, whatever it is that we've been given is not a superhero, is not a hero. She's not heroic whatsoever. That's what,
she's not even a good lawyer.
Is. She's a hero. So to even suggest she might end up in the Avengers, for me, is a fucking joke. Like, what bridge are we going to have to cross to get her from where she is now to an Avenger,
But do you think there might be something that happens in these next couple episodes that steps her up, maybe then?
I've been waiting. I'd probably
all the
not.
cases that, okay, so this is supposed to be equal parts law show and superhero show. And the law, she hasn't done anything with the law.
The only legal stuff we saw was the paralegal sitting cross-legged on a table yapping away with the women, with Immortal Man's
like
wives.
the legal part of it. She's not a good lawyer. She even represented herself. She represented somebody else, and then she got a mistrial, and now she's doing Emily Blonsky, and it was basically a softball.
How was she district attorney prior to this?
She's not good, man. She's not a good lawyer. She's not a good superhero. She's not a good lawyer. We got to pick one of them. Either make it a good law show or make it a good superhero show. Right now, it's neither.
Like, I'm surprised,
I agree
honestly,
with Joe and Tyson.
By the way this show's been going. We haven't seen them.
I agree with Tyson, yeah.
Adaptize the Dan Slott issue of She-Hulk, where was it? I think it's issue 6 of his run, where she has to like basically go up against defend Star Fox for sexual harassment or sleeping with a woman, and then she decided to sue him for it. I'm honestly surprised we haven't seen that, given that he's in the MCU now. We haven't seen that take place yet. Like, I think more lawyering would have made this show better than what we've gotten.
Yeah, the notion that she was going to defend villains and it's only been the Abomination. They could have brought out several, fun villains that she could have interacted with.
And I don't think it's the actress's fault. Like, I think she's doing a fantastic job. She's doing the best she can with what she's got. But it's
exactly, Joe.
Just terrible writing.
Speaking of laziness, Dan Slott.
I don't. If my eyes did not deceive me, I forget the name of the writer who's written every episode until now. But this last episode, it's in the credits, written by Zeb Wells.
Well, Zeb shit the bed then.
Yes, he did.
And if I'm not mistaken, Zeb is writing the current Spider-Man comic.
You might be correct on
that.
I
think he is.
So I was kind of shocked to see.
He is.
Because I actually made a comment on yesterday's show how I felt the show was not about She-Hulk. The show was about this writer. She's just writing her life and that she can't get a date and she's shitty at her job. And then she just says, my life plus green skin and a Marvel logo.
So you're saying she can't write well?
Well, she's not writing well, but she's also writing herself. That's not why we watch or read She-Hulk, to see the writer's life. No, we want to see.
We
She-Hulk
look at Rob Liefeld's art is because he draws himself.
No, Jessica Gao wrote this episode.
She did. I distinctly saw it said written by Zeb Wells in the credits.
So it's Sex in the City,
and that kind of threw me off. I was like, oh, an actual comic book writer.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know where this is going. It's just really kind of depressing. I almost forget to watch the show every week.
I still can't find my Fire Stick remote, so I can't watch shit. And I refuse to watch it on my phone.
You could, just go on Amazon and buy a replacement remote.
I've talked about that. I'm far too lazy to do that.
You got Dan Slott syndrome, huh?
I do. When it comes to ordering new remotes.
What else are we reviewing?
Yeah, so
Game of Suck. House of Suck.
Yes, it was. It was written by Zeb Wells. You were 100% correct, Ish.
Good job,
Ish. It was a reveal that was certainly a treat for diehard Marvel fans, as She-Hulk's latest episode was written by Marvel Comics writer Zeb Wells.
Which is mind-boggling because it feels exactly like it was written by the original writer.
Definitely disappointing.
It's like, what did he put in?
Wells.
They should rename the show Cat Mom.
Yeah.
Spinster Hulk.
There you go. What up, spinsters?
Man, just when I thought the wedding episode was bad, then we get this last episode.
Well, Daredevil's supposed to show up next week, so.
Oh, damn it. Are you
Fingers
serious?
crossed that there's some actual lawyering going on and we might get a good episode or even a mid episode.
Moving on. Oh, go ahead, Kyle.
I was going to say I was just waiting for episode 11. I was just making a dumb joke. Go ahead.
House of Dragons, episode 6. Still a good show.
Don't listen to you.
They had another time skip, right?
Yes, they did have another time skip.
All the way up to Game of Thrones now, right?
No, Rhaenyra is now an adult with children of her own, which are bastards. You find out, and it's
everybody in this Game of Thrones world are bastards.
Pretty much, yeah. But I don't know. It's a fun show still. I'm enjoying it, but there really hasn't been a whole lot you kind of see new Joffrey a little bit.
So Nubia, according to Matt, you're not missing much, but it's a good show.
Yeah. Zaggy said 10 years. Woot woot. But yeah, I don't know. I like it still. Just all the time jumps kind of throw me a little bit. I like the old actresses. I'm not too keen on the new adult ones, even though they're casted very well. They look like they could be the younger ones grown up. So enjoy for the sake of time. Just watch it yourself.
I can't.
BK is like House of Dragons is the best show for the second half of the year. I agree. But
what was the show for the first half?
Yeah,
Probably
BK. What was the
Sandman.
or Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. Yeah, that's a good one.
All right. So who here has watched the Dahmer show on Netflix? I finally finished episode 10.
I want to.
Two
I have
episodes.
not. I have not started it yet.
I haven't seen it.
You've watched 2 episodes, Matt?
Yes.
Peacemaker,
BK's
you are
people.
right. You are right, BK. I don't know if you guys
Is
have
this a
watched
documentary or like an
It's a
actual like
dramatization.
series?
Yeah, it's a dramatization.
I'll tell you right now, if you haven't watched it, it's slow as shit. Like if you're all right with slow burns, it's a little bit slower than that.
So it takes a while to get to the good
Smaller.
like cannibalism parts and stuff.
No, so what happens is it's the way it starts out is the first episode is actually when he gets caught, and then it backs up as he's talking to the detectives, and it's kind of bouncing back and forth in his life. It's just real slow, but the thing that keeps you so driven into this is everybody is so familiar with Dahmer that you're watching because you know what's happened, but it's filling in these little gaps of shit that maybe if you didn't do a lot of research onto him, that you're going like, oh, that's interesting. Oh, wow, okay. Like like they really go into like his first victim. It was kind of an accident. And then it goes into like it really talks about his neighbor. Like his neighbor like called the cops like 50 times about the smell and shit that was going on over there. And the cops were like, he's gay. I'm not worrying about it.
They even played like actual phone calls.
Yeah, they actually played like actual phone calls of her like one of his victims was a 14-year-old and like he escaped and the cops escorted him back into Dahmer's apartment because they didn't want to mess with the gay lover quarrel that Dahmer was saying was going on.
That's crazy.
So, but it bounces a lot of back and forth. So it shows his childhood, and then it'll bounce to like, 1990, and then it'll bounce back to like 1970 something. It's Sean, I'm adding you to the wheel to win something
What's
at
up,
the end of the
Sean?
night.
And it's crazy that one of his victims too, I think it's the same 14-year-old talking about, actually escaped and the cops took him back.
Didn't I say that?
Yeah.
Did you?
Did.
Did you? 'Cause
Yeah.
I heard the 14-year-old part and that he was all fucked up. But I didn't hear the part where they actually took him back to Dahmer.
But it was like when the cops were like, "Oh, this is like a gay love triangle." Like,
oh, okay, got you.
They didn't want anything to do with it, so they just, they escorted him back in.
Well, like the other guy that got away too, and he went to the police and he's like, "This guy tried to kill me," and they went and talked to him, and he was a black man, and they're like, "Oh no," and he's like, "You're believing him over me."
Yeah.
Like,
so it's crazy to see these like, this different side that we actually didn't get to, that doesn't really get to be shown as much on the news or.
like he could have been caught a lot earlier.
Yeah, like the time that they escorted the 14-year-old back in to get killed.
There was a dead body in the room.
There was a dead body in the room. The cops walk in. If they would have walked like 2 feet over, they would have seen a dead body on the other side of his bed.
Wow.
What slays me from the first episode is the cop walks in and you see the fucking bloodstains on his bed, and right off the bat, that should like trigger some sort of red flag where they're just like, oh well, it's not until they find the pictures of the dude's mutilated bodies that they're like, oh man,
and the lady's continuously calling about the smell of decomposing bodies, and nobody will call. It's just,
I like to cook pork chops. My family sent me a bunch of meat and it went bad.
But I mean, it's interesting to watch. It's slow. They're not in a hurry to like. They're really wanting you to like digest all of this. Then
So
like, it shows that. What?
You said it's a dramatization. So is it like a mix of reenactments and people talking to the camera?
No,
it's all
So it's all actors and scripted
actors, but they use a lot of they use a lot of the stuff that happened in the case, and a lot of the stuff is factual, but they did change some things to make it they puffed up things to make it more like undesirable, I guess. I don't know if that's the word you're looking for.
What
but
did they puff up to make more desirable?
Yeah, like some of the facts are I can't remember what a lot of it, some of it is, but some of the facts are blown up to make it more entertaining, like for you. Like,
sure,
they've changed them a little bit, or they've like made them more outlandish than they actually were to make it more entertaining for the audience. It's terrible to say entertaining.
It's not like you see him drilling into people's heads and pouring acid into the brains to make them into zombies. You don't get to see any of that, so it's.
Well, that's disappointing.
That's how you make zombies?
That's how he was trying to.
Oh, geez.
How's the actor who plays him?
It's the same guy that plays Quicksilver in
the Fox
Marvel
no
movies.
way. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, he does a pretty good job. You don't see.
Does he really endear you to the character?
I think
he does a fantastic job.
Yes, Ralph Boner.
I mean, it's worth watching. I mean, they're not long. They're 50 minutes or so.
Okay.
But they just kind of point out he killed a lot of people, and they only pointed out they only brought out a few, stories of a few people. So, but worth a watch. I mean, if you're into that stuff, and I found out stuff about it that I didn't really know. Like I didn't know.
And by that stuff, you mean true crime, not cannibalism, right? If you're not encouraging people to be into cannibalism, just true crime.
Whatever floats your boat. I'm not going to stop you, especially if you
I'm going to stop you.
Just don't tell me no. Just like when they had cremated him, they had removed his brain, and they had preserved it because they wanted to send it off to be dissected and to see if they could look into kind of like what they did with John Wayne Gacy.
Mm-hmm.
And the dad was like, no. And the mom was like, yes. They actually went to court over it. And the court was like, nope, we just want this to be behind us. And no one's dissecting his brain. It was just, there was these little nuanced things in it that were interesting that I didn't know. Yeah. That kind of liked about it. So, but Dahmer, check it out. It's on Netflix. Borrow somebody's password.
Steal it.
Just don't tell them.
What else we got?
Matt, get off the phone.
I was trying to find that article for you, but that's it for the reviews. Let's do worst covers and best.
Oh wait,
covers.
one more piece of trivia about the Dahmer. Interesting piece of trivia. That show is #1 with Armie Hammer.
I'm sure he is because cannibals stick together, right?
He's selling timeshares in the Caymans right now.
Is he?
Yeah.
I want to watch his show on Discovery Plus about his family and how warped they are. But all right, let's do worst and best covers of the week. Kicking us off, Rob Liefeld goodness.
If it's a Liefeld cover, it's automatically worst cover of the week. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Man, this guy can't draw another face. He only draws this face.
Yeah.
This is a terrible cover.
It is. It's actually not a bad cover until you get to the face.
As you start at the bottom and look up, then
Yeah.
He does fists really well.
Kyle equals no
What's
taste.
that supposed to mean?
he draws. Okay,
He can't draw feet, but he can draw the shit out of some hands.
so this is
Yeah, some fists.
I'm gonna never forget that Liefeld. At least he can draw fists.
Liefeld fists really well.
Fists and wrist guards.
Our next one, we have a terrible Bane cover from DC.
Is
It
he
is,
trying? Is that a flan? Is he eating a flan?
No,
Or some
yeah, he's
cheesecake?
at a Mexican restaurant because this is for Mexican Heritage Month. And they're bringing them the bill. What the fuck?
There's a dead guy hanging from the wall, and he's chomping on a flan, and the guy brings him a bill.
Yeah, he's like, pay for all the damages because Bane's destroyed the entire place. Hey, man, killing people and wrecking a restaurant makes you mighty hungry.
I don't think he's covering that bill.
This is the same face Kyle makes when they run out of ranch.
No, that's the same face I make when they give me ranch.
Kyle doesn't like ranch.
I'm not a ranch guy.
Is this an Action Comics cover?
Yes, it is.
This is Superman. I'm hurrying to get home because I have the poop face cover.
Yeah.
Dude, look at his belly like hanging out.
That's what this cover is.
This
This is the face I make when I'm about 2 miles from my house. Every day.
You're contemplating if you should just stop at your mom's house and keep going.
No, because by then I'm past my mom's house and now I am making that face for sure.
That's my burst hemorrhoid face.
I don't know what that face is for me.
Sean said that
You
he's
will
trying
know
to say before
soon
he
enough.
dropped out that he's in the UK, so don't worry about it.
Don't worry about what.
Putting him in the entry for the giveaway.
Fuck it. If you win, Matt will pay for for it to go to the UK.
Marco will pay
deliver
for it to go to the UK.
Hand deliver it to the UK.
I mean, how much is it to send something to the UK?
I don't know.
It's like $17.
Dude, if you win, I'll ship that shit to the UK, dude.
There you go.
Sending shit through customs is a pain in the dick, but you know what? You're an old school absolute geek band, and now you're here hanging out. Fuck it.
Best cover of the week goes
I'll
to
make
one
my
of them
wife
goes
go to
to
do it
Miles
and send
Morales,
customs.
Spider-Man 42. That's a nice cover. The contrast with the black and the red,
Love that cover.
even though that is the final issue.
Yeah, I was going to say, did you know that's the final issue of the run?
I did.
I don't know if you guys knew that.
Joe's dueling says that Lex looks
Knowledge
like
is
he's
power.
pinching one off too.
Yeah. Oh!
I just had to go back for
It was
that.
that bad Thai food. Oh!
But beautiful cover there. Next up, we have the Ninja Turtles Armageddon War #1.
Dude,
That's cool.
that cover is. I have to buy that cover. That came out this week.
Yes, it did.
Did you get that cover, Ish?
It is a fire
No.
cover.
It's probably I don't know what cover it was. We got the covers we could get.
But
All right, let's find.
It's like a 1 in 50 probably.
it's a fire cover. What's going on right now in Turtles is that Splinter's been dead since like issue 100, and so Shredder is now the Turtles are about to face off against the Rat King and Baxter Stockman and Krang, who is now in Leatherhead. So like he's controlling Leatherhead.
What issue is that? TMNT what?
Armageddon War #1. So Shredder is now leading the Turtles. He's kind of had this epiphany, and he is leading the turtles up into this fight against the Rat King. So the art in the book is not that great, but the covers that came out of this have been fire.
So let's.
Looks like a great combination of the 1990 Shredder and the 80s animated series Shredder.
Yes.
That is the.
This issue had 14 variants, by the way.
Wow.
So it is here. That is TMNT, the Armageddon game #1, Maiko Suen Virgin variant.
Sick.
So it doesn't say it's a 1 in 50 or a 1 in 10. But
I mean, it has to be. If it's usually the Virgin variants are.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to. Well, hold on. I'm gonna have to share my screen real quick because I'm gonna. This just has to be shown.
Anytime now.
I'm trying, fucker. I'm trying.
For our audio-only listeners,
Cricket.
this is the relaxation segment.
Okay. Look at this one. This is the #1 John Gang Convention exclusive variant. Dude. It's almost a badass cover. So close.
I don't know. Leonardo's hand looks weird to me. Like Raphael. What's going on with Raphael's face?
That's what I said. Almost.
Yeah.
I gave it an almost.
I don't understand the why you want to draw beaks. I get it, but I don't understand why people want to draw beaks on the turtles.
I don't know.
That's all. So that one's going for $80, but it looks like you can get that cover we're talking about. I only see like one on eBay so far, and it's at $26.
Joe 00 says that was a store exclusive. I'd still buy it. Screw it. For $26. That's not bad.
No, it's not bad at all. Oh, it was yeah, it's a badass cover. So looks like he's got 2 available still. So only buy 1 so that I can as well, people. So, right there.
Just click buy it now.
You draw
Kyle.
1 beak, you need the other.
Yeah, Kyle, right now, right in front of us. Buy it now. Let's see it.
I'm here too.
Sign in to check out.
Oh, you got to take it off the big screen, bro.
Thanks a lot, guys. Now newbie is like,
Take it off the big screen.
no at me.
By the way,
Dubious.
the chat is
Why?
demanding more Turtle Dick in their Ninja Turtle comics.
You don't want to see my email address?
Or it's just Cardia West.
I just don't want you giving away any sign-in information.
Power Rangers 100 had a sick Death Ranger cover. I just like the skull coming out of the way the skull is portrayed in the Ranger helmet. Leon Yuck killed that one, I think, in my opinion.
It's very heavy metal.
Yeah. Always a sucker.
Which
for
one do you
skull
have,
covers.
00? Hit me up and let me know.
It's still available
think
from the
it-
retailer for 20 plus shipping, he said.
For the
For the
one
turtle
we were just
cover.
looking at? Or the
Yeah.
Shredder one? Or the 4
Mhm.
Turtles?
I think the Shredder one.
Cool.
Or maybe the 4 turtles. I don't know. Who knows? But that's
Why I
that.
asked for clarification.
Yep, I know. Let's get it. Sam's been waiting all night because he got blue balls earlier where he thought he was going to get to lead off with anime. So we're going to circle
Hey,
back
Chris,
to.
you want to do an anime segment with us? See you guys later.
Yeah,
He's like, no.
let's get into
No,
anime.
I mean, he was on for almost an hour with us. I mean,
he was.
like, he didn't have to. Like, I gave him the option, but like, he was more than gracious. He was on longer than I expected him to.
I thought he was going to take it because at first he was like, "Yeah, I'll hang out," and then he was like, "Oh," we looked at the time. He was like, "Oh shit, nope, gotta go to bed."
Yeah, oops, I got to think of a new story.
Yeah,
he did not like. I hope he goes for Taekwondo guinea pigs, though.
You gave him that idea, and he was like, "Oh," and so he had to hurry off to go write it while it was still fresh in his mind.
How cool would that be, though, if he really did Taekwondo guinea pigs?
Get those royalties, son. I swear Marco is afraid that we're going to outdo the tax show number, so he goes in here and messes with all of our stuff.
I think so.
We don't have our countdown anymore, and now everything's all out of order. I swear he's just messing with our stuff.
He is. He's scared that we're going to beat TAC.
Go ahead, Sam. Take it away.
All right. So first up, a lot of you guys may or may not be familiar with Makoto Shinkai. He directed a couple of movies that were really big, really good movies. Your Name, Weathering with You. His latest movie coming out is Suzume or Suzume no Tojimari or Suzume's Door. And they dropped a second trailer, which gives us a little bit more clue as to what the story is about. And the story is basically Suzume is this schoolgirl, and she runs into this other guy while she's biking home from school one day. And these doors are like opening up to different places or different worlds, kind of like the way the doors work in Monsters, Inc. or something. And it's letting out some kind of negative energy. It's very much like a sci-fi romance, fantasy romance.
So it's like when I walk into walk in the door from work to work.
Yeah.
All this negative energy is already there.
That's right. So if you guys want to check it out, the new trailer for Suzume, it's on YouTube, it's up live, and go check it out. All right. So My Hero Academia is coming out. It came out today. You can go watch the first episode of season 6 today. Also, other Spy Family episode 13 is out today. This is like the start of the fall anime season. We're going to be looking at a lot of different properties coming out. Chainsaw Man, Bleach, 1,000 Year Blood War. All of those anime shows are hitting now. So if you're looking for something new to watch in the Crunchyroll anime territory, today's your day.
Kyle's dodging them all.
You're going to check out Bleach, aren't you, Kyle?
Oh, of course I'm going to check out Bleach.
Yeah. You're not dodging all of them.
I'm going to fucking catch that one.
Mob Psycho 100 Season 3, the third and final season, debuted another trailer featuring the song or the theme song for Season 3. And it looks fantastic. The studio that does, I think it's Studio Bones, that does Mob Psycho 100. All of these panels are done by hand. None of them are CGI or computer drawn at all. They're all done by hand. And they are spectacularly executed animations. Plus the story is also fantastic. If you haven't started watching Mob Psycho 100, you're doing yourself a disservice. It's probably one of the best, if not the best, animes to come out in this decade.
Love it, Mojo. That's a great title.
All right. So this image has been making the rounds with a rumor that Disney Plus is going to be releasing, or Disney's going to be releasing, a new Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z property. And this is meant to be the Disney version of Goku. Now, one of the things that is true about Disney is that they do own the rights to live action Dragon Ball adaptations. They can make a new live action Dragon Ball adaptation. This is not it, right? This is obviously animation. And you can watch Dragon Ball Evolution, the currently only big budget studio adaptation of Dragon Ball, on Disney Plus right now. I don't know why you'd want to. Maybe you just want to relive that pain. Maybe you're a
glutton for
masochist.
punishment. Yeah.
You just want to suffer. It is just a rumor right now. We don't know if they're doing it. This certainly isn't an image from Dragon Ball.
RSF is not a rumor. Disney is doing it.
They have the rights to do it, and so they probably will try to do it.
And
sometime.
he just sent me a link. Boom!
I'd actually watch the shit out of this.
But this is not it.
I would watch the crap out of this.
Yeah, I mean, who's not going to watch more Dragon Ball? But I don't think it certainly is probably in development. I would say it's certainly in development, but they're not going to go down that road until the other live action adaptations hit and they see how they're doing. That's now we're to the WTF manga of the week. And this is The Girl Who Married the Big Snake. This is such a weird series, man. If you ever wanted to watch it, it's kind of like Beauty and the Beast. Okay. If the beast, instead of being like a furry mammal, was a giant snake. It also is pornographic. It's also got sex scenes, very graphic sex scenes between a woman and a giant snake. So I came across it and I was like, what the frick? I have to put this up because it made me say what the frick. So The Girl Who Married a Giant Snake. That's your WTF mom.
I got
so many things I want to say, man. I just
let it out.
Not enough time.
Did you come across this while you were researching who was looking up at giant anime boobs on your browser history? Is that how you come across this?
Yeah, that's right. I was doing an anime boob Google search, and this came up in the feed. So, giant snake, the girl who married a big snake.
That's what my wife did. She married a big snake. Oh my god! I just think this. It's so fucking funny.
It's a black snake. We all know. It's like sex. Where'd the snake go? There's the snake. Where'd it go again?
Oh fuck! All right.
Chapter 10 is when they finally get down to the down and dirty.
To bumping uglies.
Yeah. She has a better relationship with that snake than most married couples probably have.
You know what? To everybody out there that used to listen to this episode, I am enjoying Crown Royal again. So since we're having this episode.
This week we got our first appearances this week. Jumping off here, our first appearance in Marvel's Voice. First appearance of Chimera. So go pick that up if you want. Robin, Tim Drake, Robin #1 has the first appearance of his new sidekick Sparrow. Robin and Sparrow, why not? Thor has the first appearance of the Spawn of Bedlam symbiote. So it's still Thor teaming up with Venom in this issue. Something worth checking out. Comic Cucumber.
Wait. Whoa. You just blew right past that.
I did.
Go back, back up. Put that.
I'm trying to move us along here, sir.
Okay. Now, I want to ask anybody. So, is this a first appearance worth getting? Do you think this is somewhere that Marvel's going to take it? Is there anything? What did you like? Who is Chimera? What is it like?
Yes, Ish, fill us in.
I'm going to just say no. This is not worth getting.
Okay, move along.
This is just one of those. They're just
out there.
throwing it out there.
For the Sparrow is not worth getting either because the art in this book is just absolutely terrible.
I hate slagging my own product, but yeah, this book is fucking garbage.
Who's writing this book?
The lady who's never written comics before and now all of a sudden writing really bad DC comics.
Who's drawing this garbage?
My toddler.
Cosmo. Let's see.
So Sparrow's not worth it either.
No.
We're not going to see Sparrow again outside of...
I mean, look what it says on the cover. The greatest Robin returns. Like it's not even up for debate. This writer has just decided for all of us because it's her number one.
Tim Drake is a pretty badass Robin.
Is he the greatest Robin? Come on.
That belongs to Damian Wayne.
It used to be Dick Asson, but
it still is.
Damian,
Megan Fitzmartin.
Like, this is Dick Grayson and Damian. It's going like this. It's like it's a photo finish. It's real hard.
Here's the page of Sparrow from that book.
You gotta be fucking shitting me.
Nope.
Look how long his fucking legs are, dude. He must be like 8 feet tall.
Yep. With Rob Liefeld feet.
Fuck, what a bummer. Because I was actually like excited to read this. Like it's sitting there waiting for me to read and like fuck.
That's the art in this.
Yeah, there's a couple pages with Aquaman that are just fucking pure cringe.
So
shitty.
Oh, no, that's in Batman Fortress.
In dollar bins.
Yeah, between this and Batman Fortress, it's like, what is DC doing?
They're trying and it's not working.
It's not at all.
I don't know what they're trying to do, but
they're not doing it in this one.
Right.
The greatest Robin. Hey, dude, but he is a fucking. Tim Drake is pretty badass, though. Like, for real. He's a badass. He's smart as a whip, dude. I mean, come on. But,
movie version Robin is the greatest Robin. Come on. I think we can all agree with that.
Chris O'Donnell.
Yes.
Chris O'Donnell.
For that one.
And then there is your first appearance of the Bedlam symbiote.
Nice. So what do you think about this one? Do you think this is something that's got legs, something that we're going to see?
Yeah, definitely, because it's just the issue itself. Because it's it's written by Al Ewing and Donny Cates, so it's Al Ewing's Venom crosses over with Donny Cates' Thor in a Thor comic. That alone, I think, is worth picking it up. And then on top of that, yeah, we got a first appearance of a symbiote.
You said Donny Cates was going to die with Donny Cates, and they're not going to use this guy again.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see him.
But
I don't think you're going to see him big screen or anything like that. Like you might see him in a cartoon or somewhere.
Well, I would say more like in more stories, other. You know what I mean? Somewhere else in comics outside of
you. I mean, you might.
It looks like a red Piccolo.
Donny Cates, though, with this book has been real weird because this book's been out a year now. He's been writing this.
Thor?
And he led off with that that final splash page of Thanos standing over everybody while he's holding the Mjolnir with the Infinity Stones in it, and that's it is yet to pay off. Donny Cates playing the slow game.
Hey, you know what? He's his own hype man, and you gotta be in this game.
But there you go. Those are the first appearance for this week. Comic Cucumber time. Anyone who doesn't know, Comic Cucumbers are a new segment where we will give you a story or a few stories from the week that may or may not be true. That is for you to decide. They might seem like they're real or very outlandish. But this week we got Tom Holland is about to come back as the neighborhood Spider-Man in the MCU and reportedly for a Disney Plus show.
Tell me, I did not pick the best picture.
You did. PK says, I think that Thanos storyline is set for November. I hope so.
Okay.
So we're trying to decide if this is true or false.
I think they've already confirmed that it's false. Like it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I don't see him coming to the.
Like I think there's already articles out there now that show that it's not happening.
Tom Holland is such a hot star right now that I don't think he would have the time to sit down with Disney and do a weekly show unless they paid him a lot of money.
It wouldn't be the first time they paid him a lot of money.
You don't even think he would. You don't think he's going to cameo in the Daredevil Born Again? Like, you don't think we'll see an episode?
Oh, this is a cameo? You're saying this is a cameo?
No. Well, he's supposed to come back to the MCU. So his next role in the MCU is supposed to take place in a Disney Plus show to set up future events.
I see.
So
it
they're
might be
talking
just be a cameo like Daredevil.
Yeah, they're talking about how Daredevil, they're wanting Daredevil and Spiderman to lead their street level hero stuff. So I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he cameoed in Daredevil Born Again, and you see Matt Murdock working the case from Spider-Man No Way Home.
They should get Tobey Maguire. He's not doing anything.
True.
Okay, well,
we can look at Elliot Page.
What is with you and your family and Elliot Page? You and your wife,
my family.
Elliot Page. Yeah,
My toddler does not know who Elliot Page is. Don't drag him into this.
Your wife, you, all Elliot Page. All I hear about is Elliot Page.
Elliot Page is amazingly versatile.
Yeah.
I don't even know who that is.
It's
Don't
the
worry
chick
about it.
from
Oh, I thought it was a dude.
well, it is now. It's the dude from Umbrella Academy.
Don't get the audience all confused all of a sudden.
Oh, I know who you're talking
White
about.
violin.
Yeah.
All right, let's just
I know
transition
who
to
they
the
are.
next
I know who
story.
they are. Yeah, okay. I get
For sake, do you want to do comic book reviews this week, Cal, and talk about the roadie, or?
Oh,
do you
here,
want to just
I'll bring it up right now. Let me bring it up.
All right.
I like the roadie, so yes, I'd like to talk about it.
All right.
We'll bring it up.
Book reviews. Where we review new books coming out that came out this week.
Dude, this is Tim Seeley, man, and I think he's killing it. Let me bring it up. I'll share my screen, and I'll show Sam what it's like to have a screen with no ads.
Don't have to worry about that. The pornographic sites that you don't want your wife to see.
I love Tim's. Yeah, I was picking out our porno covers, and I had all these porn pictures up, and my wife, Yubia, was leaving for work. But if you want to go ahead and start the roadie.
Go ahead.
This is what it looks like, Sam, when you have ad blockers on.
Nice and clean.
Isn't it nice? Yeah, it is. So what I got from this book, Tim Seeley, I love Tim Seeley. He's a cool dude. He's a great writer. I mean, what did you think of this, Matt?
I enjoyed the first issue. I'm excited to see where it goes.
I like that it took a turn that you weren't expecting.
Yeah.
That's what I liked about it. I mean, if you want to give a quick synopsis of it.
Well, it's basically the story of the greatest roadie in music history and his dealings with the devil and like dark arts and demons and stuff like the demons that are summoned during the rock songs and things like that, and his way of dealing with them.
And he actually had a daughter that's actually like part demon, and the demons are actually after her, and he actually has to go save her. The internet
That's what he
sucks
said.
tonight.
There he goes. Homeboy banged a demon once.
But yeah, this was a really good read. I like how it starts in the 80s. It's got that Motley Crue field. They're on the Sunset Strip. They're he's got the. I like how their band name is Mass Acre.
Yeah.
Massacre.
Whiskey a go-go.
Which is a real place. So, but yeah, that's pretty much what it's about. Yeah, I like how they talk about him, getting a little bit of ass.
Yeah, he
My
gets
internet
mad because
blows
like the
right
bouncer
now.
dude won't. He gets mad because the bouncer dude like won't allow him to like pick women out and bring him backstage so he can bone them out.
But yeah, like he's the ultimate roadie. He's him being the roadie like puts these people up to like top like S tier status. And it's like he's banging dudes over dudes. He's banging chicks over cars. And shit.
He's banging dudes.
Oh boy. Hey, that's rock and roll.
That is rock and roll.
That's rock and roll.
He's banging dudes.
And Satan.
My internet blows, dude. This sucks.
He's banging chicks and
but yeah,
dudes.
so it goes from like the 8, and then it kind of bounces to today.
Here, Kyle.
And like he's kind of stuck with this one guy.
Do you want me to share and you can explain what's going on, Kyle? Your internet blows.
If you want.
I don't care either way. I just
but
want
like,
to make it easier on you.
And now it's like, it's fine. But like, this is like, he's stuck with this one guy now, and he's kind of, and he used to be a huge star in the 80s. And now it's like what they're talking about here. As soon as Nirvana came out, that was the end of him. But as it goes, fucking internet, god damn it. So as it goes, after this show, what happens is he goes home to play guitar and watch porn, which is pretty fucking cool. Like, what a good end to a night. You know what I mean? What ends up happening is the demon comes out to actually like talk to him about what's going on. And
I want to scroll past that, just so we don't get
kicked
off YouTube for the algorithm.
But it's kind of just going over like all of the things that was like with the demons and how he's made these deals and to go through.
Probably just stop sharing right there because the rest of it's all like pornographic too. So
yeah, but what ends up happening is his daughter. internet. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing.
Yeah, just pull down.
Oh, I'm getting a phone call from Marco tomorrow. I already know it. But that's what it is he made these deals with demons, and he had a daughter, and what he kind of finds out is that these other demons are actually after his daughter. So it ends with like his daughter's at this performing arts school and she's singing, and it ends with these demons coming into the performing arts school to like grab her, and that's where it ended. I completely forgot that there was like nudity in this comic. I completely forgot. So
internet.
We can. This is kind of funny. Now that you bring this up, is we can watch a whole 10 episodes of a serial killer murdering and eating people, but God forbid we see a fucking boob. Like what?
No
the
boobs
fuck?
on YouTube.
Like what the fuck is going on here?
Well said.
We made it to episode 8, guys.
7. We're not even through 7 yet.
But no, that's kind of where it ends. It was. I like it because it's rock and roll and demons, and it's all stuff that I enjoy. So who doesn't enjoy demons? And he's a great writer, and so I've enjoyed his earlier works. You know, he's done Ash versus Evil Dead stuff, and he wrote Nightwing stuff, and and so he's a really good writer, and this is just something that he's great at.
All right, let's get into movie wars.
Are they really gonna? Are they?
He didn't write about Nightwing's ass though.
Is YouTube really gonna get on our ass because of a cartoon boob? Really?
Yes.
Sam is not enthused. He's like, yes, they are.
I bet you nothing.
Instagram wouldn't have any problem with it, but YouTube would.
Rock and roll and demon boobs. It's. Ronnie says thanks. He needs a shower now.
All right, let's do movie wars.
Marco, they were comic book movies. They're not real. I know. My internet was slow. I know. Marco. No, I'm just joking. So for movie wars this week, it's October. I figured we would take a break from what we were doing before. And since it's October, we're going to do horror movies. So I went for the easy softball one for now. I did Nightmare on Elm Street versus Friday the 13th. I am a Nightmare on Elm Street guy. All the way. So my vote is always Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, this is a tough one for me. I would say Nightmare on Elm Street really sticks with me. So I'm probably going to go with that one. But Friday the 13th, I love the scene where finally at the very end, coming up out of the lake, pulling the girl into the lake. That's so cool. But for me, the most haunting image from either of these movies is when Johnny Depp gets sucked into his bed, and then there's this giant fountain of blood that shoots up out of the bed. Way more blood than Johnny Depp could ever contain. And so I'm gonna go with Nightmare.
Ish, what about you?
I'm going with Nightmare too.
So right now we got Tyson says Nightmare. BK says Freddy. Joe says Nightmare on Elm Street.
So we're 6-0.
This is how I figured that this one was going to go. It's just, my sister, to this day, my little sister, this movie, Nightmare on Elm Street, scared her so bad, she has never watched it again. She's still scared to this day to watch Nightmare on Elm Street.
And just little things when you compare like the sequels, it's the hands down Nightmare wins on that angle. On just
the
whole series of movies. Friday the 13th is just it falls off the cliff fast.
Yeah. Friday's lore got all mixed up. But
are we even on YouTube?
Matt,
still?
What about Matt?
It's hard for me, man, because like the Friday the 13th trope of the night, theme of the night, it seems like it's like teenage sex. And you're dying for your sins of doing that, but
and demon boobs.
Yeah, and demon boobs. But I'm gonna have to go Nightmare on Elm Street, I think, because the first Jason isn't it like his mom?
Yeah.
So it's like
Jason as the villain doesn't even appear till the very end.
Right. So Nightmare on Elm Street for me.
Yes, my sister has never slept again. She refuses to fall asleep.
She's a vampire.
Yes. So it looks like only
nightmares have it unless there's a big slew of votes.
It looks like only leftover voted for Jason.
And it's only because you see a retarded Down syndrome.
And it's because it's the most leftover reason.
Right.
I don't know.
So
you're all right. We've got a winner.
Oh, I think they took Kyle down.
No, I'm just joking.
He's back.
I did that on purpose. I did pretty good though, huh?
You had me fooled. Okay. That's a great bit.
So Nightmare on Elm Street wins, so I'll do next week. I was bailed. I was hoping if he had any Star Trek news or anything that he wanted to end the show with before we do our giveaway.
His empanadas are waiting.
Dude, I think his fucking microwave broke. Dude was a.
Is your microwave a hand cranker ish? Gotta wind it up.
Yes, you know what?
Yes, it is.
And just like we had last week, like I had the Elvira cover on our best covers for it being a Nightmare on Elm Street homage. So Nightmare on Elm Street will always win. It's just gone. Let's talk.
Hey, Joe. None of that. None of that.
Yes, Friday the 13th was about a shit mom. Do you have any Star Trek news or anything you would like to?
Dude, Matt has huge William Shatner news.
No, I don't. He was on The Masked Singer, guys. Woo.
Oh, dude, I missed that. I love The Masked Singer. It's a fucking awesome show.
The only Trek news this week, I guess, was IDW announced a comic book that fills the gap between seasons 1 and 2 of Strange New Worlds.
Okay.
So if you enjoy the show, you get to read a little more, get some extra info, what happens in between.
All right. Now we will do what everybody's been sticking around for. Because people want free shit.
Oh, can we talk about dodgeball while you're winding that up?
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. I forgot about dodgeball. Oh, yeah. You've got super huge fucking dodgeball news to cover.
Yeah. So in addition to the highlights this week, I did want to announce that we have a Teespring store where you can buy shirts to support our team. Trying to get to Italy next summer. This is kind of a big endeavor. The Italians have asked for us to bring 2 teams. We originally were planning on bringing 8 to 10 people. Now we're planning to bring 14 to 16 people. And so we're pulling out all the stops. We did a Teespring store. I put the link in the Google Doc for the show. But it's the Triple D Dodgeball Creator Spring.com or something like that. So we'll find the link. We'll put it up. But we have tons of designs, tons of shirts. They come in different sizes, styles. The idea basically being Arizona, Triple D. If you can scroll down, there's some that's just kind of a simplistic dodgeball guy design. There it is in the bottom corner there, bottom right corner. The dodgeball guy design, that's an original design. We get $10 for each shirt that you guys buy. So we're just looking for a little bit of help from you guys. I know that the prices might seem a little high for a shirt, but keep in mind that some of that money is coming to us so that we can afford to bring all our people to Italy. So that's one of the things that's going on. Another thing that is happening is Ronnie, RSS Collectibles here in the chat, is also offering to sell comics to you guys from Merc Comics. That's what it's called, right, Kyle? The publisher is Merc. There's Born of Blood, Meow, I forget, Death Rage. Those are the primary titles that are available, and he's donating some or all of the proceeds of those sales to the Italy trip, and we're going to talk more about him and show the titles a little bit more in the future. And a big thanks to Ronnie for doing that and offering to do that. We really appreciate it. And as far as highlights this week,
Just to interject, you could buy a copy of Born of Blood at Fantastic Worlds Comics. We do have it on our shelves.
Do the proceeds go?
You buy it from Ish, the proceeds are coming to me. They're going straight to Ish. So you can fund Ish. Buy it from Ish, you fund Ish. Buy it from Ronnie, then it's going to Triple D. This highlight right here. Let's no music. So in our league, we have a rule that if two people hit each other at the same time or with a live ball, then they're both out. And if they're the last two, like me and Simon were in this particular run-up, you get to do a face-off, and that's what we're doing here. So it was basically a tie, and so now we're facing off, and then there's a run back, and then I come up. I do this little gallop thing so that I can throw while it just helps me to be more stable when I throw the ball. But I had to dodge 4 direct throws all by myself. Boom. It's really cool that you get this really loud smack, but we had some audio problems this week. So, yeah, check out Triple D Dodgeball Instagram. Check out this was one from 2 weeks ago. Ted, I had posted a clip that got like 4.5 million views, and this is the sequel to that one. It was Ted Wins Standing Still and Ted Wins Moving 2. Ronnie says, all my sales go to Triple D. Sean hooked me up with everything they have published, and it will continue till we hit the 35K they need.
And Sean is with Comics Elite.
Yeah, Comics
Elite. Yeah. So he hooked him up to help Sam. So that's awesome that he did that.
Thank you so much, Ronnie. Really appreciate it.
And that
Sean too. This is the GoFundMe. If you guys don't want a shirt, you can always donate to the GoFundMe. It hasn't really gone anywhere since I posted it. I guess people just really don't care to see us go to Italy without getting something in return. So Ronnie's saying in the chat, Sam and I will be on Instagram this week showing the books, plus a lot of signed Zerdy books. I don't know that I'm saying that right, but
some of those covers are freaking cool.
Yeah, these Merc covers, Born of Blood especially, I think really caught my eye. Very good art. A lot of blood, a lot of anime boobs.
Anime boobs rock. So do demon boobs.
Yeah.
Demon boobs
so
rock.
Thank you everybody. If you will, we just put the link to the Teespring account in the chat. So if you will, please buy a shirt and pass along that Teespring. Really appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
You are welcome, sir. There it is.
All right, Kyle.
Are we ready?
We're ready.
Okay. So,
whoa, we only got 14 entrants and there's 18 people. Let's get some comments in the chat. Let's get those numbers up. Let's give this book away.
Yeah, I've done everybody. I only removed Double because he's part of the channel. So he's not part of it. Sorry, Double O. Since he's part of Renovision, he's kind of. But everybody else that has commented, TK, you're here.
TK, you're on there. Right, it's TK.
Right here.
See where it says TK? That's
you're
you.
The fifth one down. So.
All right,
everybody that's commented to the show.
All right, let's do this.
Got it. Let's do it.
His empanadas are getting cold. He's growing impatient.
Dude, I got ketchup chips waiting for me.
Astro. Congratulations, Astro.
Mojo's, you're on there. Yeah, he's the only. Okay, so first one. Close. You know what? Here, I'll do a giveaway. I'll give away this Spiderman Moon Girl book. Miles Morales, Spiderman, and Moon Girl.
No,
I'll
don't
give it
do
away.
it.
No, please don't.
No,
Keep
please
in
don't
your
do
pocket.
it. No, please don't do it.
Or shuffle. No, not that book. That book's stupid.
No, please don't do it.
Look at that, TK. You won.
TK.
I think Astro and Stepford both need to be nixed from future giveaways because they just seem to win everything. Stepford won the $100 last week. Astro's winning books this week. Like, it's a family affair, I guess. This is a family show now, complete with comic boobs and everything. It's a
So
family
congratulations on our winners this week. I know TK lives here locally. If you want to meet up one night at the bar or something, I'll give you your book. If not, if you want me just to ship it to you, shoot me your address and I'll ship it to you. I know you live like 6 miles from me, so.
Yeah, so, Astro, go ahead and get in contact with me. Stefford knows how already, so and I will mail out that Samurai Doggy book to you.
Awesome,
sweet.
So that's the show. A great show.
Well, we ran over.
Yeah, we went over
2 hours.
Hopefully, you guys had a good time. I know I did. Make sure to check out the Star Wars show tomorrow night, where I'm sure they're gonna have all that great Star Wars news to fulfill all of your Star Wars holes and wants and needs. Make sure to check out the TAC show on Wednesday. Check out Jedi and Dom's unboxings on Friday. Check out the Absolute Geek podcast on Friday. Check out the Threshold to Reality podcast. They got some good interviews popping off over there.
Our last interview was great. It was so much fun. Go check it out. Astro's asking what he won.
Astro doesn't know what he won.
Samurai Doggy.
You won this, Astro. A Aftershock Ambassador variant cover to Samurai Doggy #1. Like I was saying before, these ambassador covers are 2 per store. They only go to stores that are like top Aftershock selling stores, so they're not a high print run. So yeah,
it was close, Sean. It was close. So that's a cool win. And just like and whoever, I'll even throw in a couple extras, TK, something cool that you might like as well.
So I hope you guys all had a good time this week.
Star Wars shit.
Shout out to the chat for being fire as always.
Thank you everybody that came to hang out with us while we did Chris Tech.
Guys, make sure to check out and support Chris Tech and Samurai Doggy. Issue 3 in stores in October. And I think we'll see you guys next week if we're still here. if we still have, I mean, if Pete and Marco will still have us and YouTube doesn't shut us down. So
well, they didn't pull us during while we were live, so
that's true. But Kyle's got a phone call he's got to wait for, so in that case, you got anybody else want to say anything before we go?
Let's do it.
Sam, nope. Thumbs up. Ish's got to go eat his ketchup chips, his imported ketchup chips. Kyle's taking a shot, and I'll just say we'll see you guys next weekend, hopefully.
Ish has to let that microwave cool down.
It's been working overtime.